Guthrie Bluejay Football 2026 is brought to you by Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. North Church Guthrie, you matter. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Senator Chuck Hall, taking care of the people's business. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. S&T Oilfield Services, Joshua 2415. Strive Wellness Lounge, Health Therapy. Companion Healthcare, Home Health. Sonic I-35 and Highway 33, America's Drive-In. Golden Chick, give me that golden. Is also brought to you by Interbank, A-Team Overhead Door, Red River Roofing, Guthrie Tag Agency, Hayes Funeral Home, Mosquito Authority, Reese Appliance Repair, Hayes Tree Service, and Merritt Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma.
Welcome to Guthrie Football. The following is a production of Guthrie Football, spanning across the Blue Jay Network.
Throws it up for Dante Foster in a triple coverage. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's go live to the stadium with the voice of the Blue Jays, Chris Evans, and tonight's Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
And welcome to the 2026 Guthrie High School football season on the road here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. So glad you're with us here on GNP TV as we get set for another exciting action of Guthrie Bluejay football. From our entire production crew, we welcome you inside the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show inside Chad Richardson Family Stadium in Tuttle, Oklahoma. There you see the Tuttle Tigers, the Guthrie Blue Jays in the locker room, getting ready to come out for the season debut here in 2026. Along with our fantastic production crew, Zane Seifert, Lance Evans, Wager Silvis, Sean Silvis, Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols down on the sideline. To my left, Coach Scott Mick. I'm Chris Evans. And Coach, welcome to another year of Blue Jay football. You've been around many of them.
Yeah, it's back.
It is.
Best time of the year.
And we kind of got a little bit of a weather break-ish a little bit today. It wasn't in the hundreds, so that's a good. We'll get the weather here in a little bit, but still, turf probably going to be a little bit warm.
Yeah, anytime you're in late August and it's not 100 degrees at kickoff, you're feeling pretty good about it. You know, it could have been last Wednesday when it was 109 or whatever here, and so we got a little bit of a break from the heat. It's still hot, but a little bit of a break.
You've been to many of these season openings. What's it like to play a season opener, the practice week, the drive over here, the practice on the field, the locker room visit right now? What's all the emotions right now?
Right now, you're wanting to figure out what you got. So you've practiced against yourself. You're tired of going against each other. You're ready for an opponent, and this is a very, very quality opponent. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of people that want to start off with a defending state champion at any classification, but you're going to find out where you stand real quick.
Absolutely, and we got a whole bunch of things to get into here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show, but I guarantee you Coach Kelly Beebe and that coaching staff want to get last year's performance out of their mind, because last year's performance here was one of the ones that Coach Beebe will probably remember forever as just it was Tuttle was very good last year, 14-0 state champions, but Guthrie knew they could play a lot better, and they did after that week.
Yeah, they did, and I'll tell you this, they got a young crew this year. We lost a lot of starters off of last year's football team. You got some talent in some skill areas, and Coach Rose. Coach Rose from Carl Albert. He's always a great offensive line coach. He's a great head coach, but first he was a great offensive line coach. And I used to pick his brain about stuff every now and then and he always tell me, it takes 5 weeks to get an offensive line to gel.
Yeah.
So what you want to see is your kids come out and play hard. You want to see mistake-free football. You don't want penalties. You don't want turnovers. You kind of just want to see where you stand if you play a clean game.
No doubt about that. Blue Jays have not made their way out yet. Phil Nichols has, and we're going to check in with Phil after this opening timeout. There you see the superintendent is in the house, along with a lot of Guthrie fans here. Athletic Director John Chappell as well. It's a great night for high school football. Take our open timeout, come back, check with Phil Nichols down on the sideline here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years. I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Go Blue Jays!
Tina and Stefan and the entire staff, they are who you see them be. I mean, they're genuine people. They care about people. They've spent their entire lives in healthcare.
I can honestly say I'm 65 years old, and I'm probably in the best health I've been in my whole life, to be honest with you. And it's thanks to Stefan and his staff here, because everything they've done for me is just worked tremendously.
I just highly recommend Strive to anybody who's wanting to see a real improvement in their overall health, to be quite frank, their quality of life.
Richardson Family Stadium, Tuttle, Oklahoma. 5th year in a row for these two teams. We'll get into the series history here in a little bit. Game notes coming up as well. We'll also have some keys to victory. Also that Mercy Health report. So we got a long way to go here in the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. As promised, bringing the third member of the broadcast down on the field, Phil Nichols, familiar territory on the sidelines. Where it all got started for you, Phil?
Well, you know what? The first thing that jumps out is a lot of people here already. You know, big game, opening game for everybody. Of course, defending 4A state champion Tuttle. Guthrie always every year. So it's just, you know, it's warm a little bit down here, Chris. I think it's around 92, 93 degrees right now with about 16 miles an hour. But overall, I think everybody's just happy. That breeze helps down here with the temperature, but I think overall everybody's just excited to get this one kicked off.
Yeah, we'll pull that weather graphic up here in a second. But, Phil, it's 92, 93, whatever it is out in the air right now. But we're obviously playing on a turf field tonight. That adds a few degrees to the temperature.
Yeah, no doubt. It's warmer where I'm standing than where you're sitting. So, yeah, no doubt.
Phil, your thoughts on the season? I know Guthrie had a fantastic game with Guthrie and McGinnis last year. Whoever won that game was going to go to the state championship, and McGinnis did win that ball game and went to the state championship. But a new year, and it's going to be a lot of fun time and a lot of new names on the Blue Jays this year as well.
Yeah, I mean, got a lot of kids. You know, going to get the first opportunity to play Friday nights tonight. You know, got a lot of young kids stepping up, replaced a lot of offensive linemen, of course, a key linebacker. As well, some DBs, all of the wideouts, you know, new running backs. So it's a new look. You know, QB1's back, though. That's a big thing. And, you know, we know one thing for sure about Guthrie football. Defense is going to play hard. They're going to play fast. We're going to come out and play physical with people. So, you know, I think it's you know, it's going to be interesting to see these kids. We're going to get to watch them grow up over the next few weeks. On the Tuttle side, you know, they lost some key people. They've got a lot of great offensive linemen back, got some real good skill kids back. Of course, they lost Cruz Campbell, who's now at UCO, and a 3-year starter at running back in the Brownsville kids. So they're replacing some key players. I think Guthrie's probably replacing more players.
Yeah, no doubt. Then we'll get back to Phil here in just a few moments. Thank you for that report down on the field. As we continue on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show, usually those first games of the year, Coach, is it the penalties that line up right, the snap count, the first game jitters?
Yeah, you just don't want to do things that are going to cause you to beat yourself. You know, you don't want to put yourself behind the chains on offense, and you don't want to turn the football over. Possessions are important in high school football, and you want to make sure, you know, there's going to be times when you're pinned in bad field position, or, you know, on those drives, turn the field over. You know, get a couple of first downs, give yourself some room to punt if you have to, eat some time off the clock, punt the football, turn the field back over. and don't give anybody a short field because you turned it over. And penalties will drive you crazy because especially, if you get a hustle penalty, you're trying to make a play and you accidentally grab a face mask. That's a hustle penalty. Right. But the penalties that you can take care of, you can take care of the holding penalties, you can take care of the false start penalties, the substitution penalties. Those kind of things as a coach drive you crazy when you get those because, let's face it, you've been working on that stuff since last spring. You start in spring ball, you start talking about, this is how we got to get lined up. We've got to get, we've got a not a shot clock, but we got a play clock. We've got to get that. We got to get up there and get the ball snapped before, that play clock runs out. Delay of game penalties. We got to get the plays in. You got to know what snap count is. If you're on defense, you got to watch the football.
Yeah.
You don't move till it moves. I mean, it's, and those kind of things will drive you crazy as a coach. And so what you want to see at the beginning of the year is you want to play as mistake-free of football as you possibly can.
Cheerleaders band on the field. Coming up, national anthem here in a little bit. But, boy, we got a lot to go here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Take a look at some game notes. Both coaches are very familiar with each other, along with their stats as well. So we'll take our second timeout, come back with more here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help assist you. Located at 2105 South Division Street, the Guthrie Tag Agency is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to noon on the first and last Saturday of the month. For more info, call 405-282-3873.
Since 2002, S&T Oilfield Services has delivered trusted, family-owned expertise from Texas to Arkansas to Wyoming. With over 2 decades of experience, a spotless safety record, and certified professionals, we provide customized flowback solutions you can count on. From completion to production, we put reliability, safety, and your success first. Schedule service today at 580-799-4428 or visit satoilfieldservice.com. At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays!
You spoke, Chuck Hall listened. In the state Senate, Chuck Hall is delivering real conservative results. He cuts taxes, invested in our schools, and passed the toughest anti-illegal immigration law in the nation. Standing shoulder to shoulder with President Trump, Chuck Hall defends Oklahoma values: faith, freedom, family, and our way of life. Senator Chuck Hall, your voice, your values, your conservative fighter.
And welcome back to Richardson Family Stadium. Hey, Phil Nichols, I've been getting text messages, and they're telling me, turn Phil up. Have you ever heard that Phil is too low in a microphone or without a microphone? Have you ever heard that before?
Chris, that might be somebody's safe word. I don't think that's ever been a thing.
All right, well, that was a test right there to get you turned off. We'll get you figured out here in just one moment as we welcome back Richardson Family Stadium. And Coach Gunnick, let's take a look at some of the game notes coming into this ball game. And one of the big things is Coach Ballard and Coach Beebe. This is their they both came in at the same time. That Coach Beebe should be his 13th season, so it should be 13th and 13th. Both came in at the same time. Coach Beebe, a coordinator of 3 state championships at Guthrie, took the Blue Jays to the 24 state championship. And then Tuttle, defending state champions. They've been to the finals 4 times since 2018. And I think we can take that 31, slash it out with 32 consecutive winning seasons. I think Tuttle's going to get there. What I'm trying to say is these teams have won a lot of ball games over the last couple of decades.
They've won a lot of football games. It's two good coaching staffs. They've got good kids. They play hard. And, the kind of running joke is why are you playing Tuttle the first game of the season? Is because, nobody else wants to play you. So, right. You're looking for competition. Well, we found it, and they found us. So let's just see what happens.
No doubt. And Guthrie's got a great non-district schedule. The first 5 games of the year, watch out. You got Tuttle here tonight, open up Jelsman next week with Elgin. That's going to be a lot of fun. Then back on the road with Bethany, and then back homecoming for Blanchard, and then on the road for Carl Albert. So if you're looking at the schedule, home, away, or away, home, there's no back-to-back away games, no back-to-back home games. But first 5 games of the year will tell you a whole lot about this team with that schedule.
Yeah, you're going to find out exactly how good you are real quick. And, if you come out of that unscathed, you feel pretty good about yourself. You come out of that beat up, that's a whole different story. So, it's a good quality set of opponents. Like I said, you're going to find out a lot about these kids, and they're going to have to grow up quick.
Yeah, not to say the last 5 games are not layups by any means, because they won't be. Noble has got a lot of players that have moved into their school district, but or transferred as well. But you got to stay healthy through those first 5 as well to make sure you take care of business in those final 5 games, because this is another squad. Yes, Guthrie's in the same district with Carl Albert this year. They're the favorites to win the district, but that second place, of course, Guthrie plays Carl Albert closer than anybody.
Right.
And in the last couple of years have proved that. So what I'm trying to say, you got to take care of business, because the goal is that first or second spot in the playoffs, because then you get a first-round home playoff game.
Right. I mean, you don't want to say non-district ball games don't mean anything, but ultimately, as far as playoffs go, they really don't. But what you want is your kids to put on a good showing. You want them to play hard, and you want to figure out what you're good at, what you're not good at, as you go into your district, and then you start building off of that for the playoffs. I can remember a few years ago, Carl Albert started out 1-5.
Yeah, that's right.
And then rattled off 8 in a row, won a state championship, and finished 9-5. You know what I mean? So you play that hard non-district schedule to prepare yourself for playoff football. That's why you play it. You don't play it because you're trying to pad a win-loss record.
Right. Yeah, no doubt, and that's why you play that. And you're talking about trying to find non-district games. I think it's a perfect non-district when you start talking about Tuttle and Blanchard. Those teams are just, as far as school population, continue to rise, but they're quality football programs as well. You can dabble a little bit in 6A too. Some schools in 6A too don't want to even play Guthrie.
Right.
And so it's a and they kind of got behind the 8 ball because of the off the field stuff that was in the courtrooms that kind of put everybody kind of in limbo as well.
Yeah, when they came out with that ruling or whatever they did, it kind of sent people in a panic. We got to get our schedules filled, and coaches that good football coaches like to play each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you have good programs, you like to play other good programs. You don't get anything out of blowing somebody out 70-0. That doesn't prove anything with your kids. You feel real good about yourself after that. When your starters play the first half of the football game, and then it's so far out of hand that it doesn't matter. Those aren't the games that make you better. The games that make you better is when you play a quality opponent that if you don't play well, they're going to beat you, and then you somehow figure out a way to beat that quality opponent.
Taking another time out here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Come back. The ball boy, Colin Simpson's ready for tonight's contest. We'll come back, take a look at the history between these two teams. This is the 5th year in a row they have played. The Blue Jay captains making their way out as well. Take a time out. This is the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
I know John for a long time. I like the fact that I can drive into the Autoplex and I know I'm going to get greeted by a courteous salesperson that's really there to help me. Not to pressure me to buy a car, but to help me. I've sent a lot of people to John. They make you feel like they were very, very glad you bought a car from John Vance.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a Pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say in life, you gotta look for the rainbows. It's right here in our new Rainbow Slush, a delicious prism of lemonade, strawberries, and blue raspberry. Discover Flavorista favorites in the Sonic app.
You want to live free?
There you see the coin toss as we come back here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Looks like Guthrie won the toss. There's QB1, Dalen Rice. More on him here in a little bit. Guthrie will defer to the second half, so obviously Coach Kelly Beebe wants to put the defense on the field first. The defense coordinator at heart. There you see the Tuttle Tigers and the Guthrie. Good uniform combinations for the royal blue and white and the red and white as well. As you see the four captains for the Blue Jays, Ron McCone, number 9, Cyril Morgan, 58, Skylar Scammon, number 2, and Dalen Rice, number 14, are the captains for the Blue Jays as they'll go to their huddle, and they'll be running out here in just a few moments. Again, welcome back inside the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show as we take a look at the series history, Coach Mick, and this is the 5th year in a row these two squads have met up. Guthrie wins the first 2. Tuttle has won the last 2. Something's got to give tonight.
Yeah, this is a good atmosphere. It's a great night for high school football. Obviously, this is the first action, for both of these teams as far as, playing a football game here in week 0. And, just ready to get it kicked off.
No doubt about that. Blue Jays getting ready to run out from the end zone to our left. As you see there, there's field level there as we await the Blue Jays to come out for the very first time. Blue Jays will be on the road or at home next week, and here come the Blue Jays for the first time in this 26th season, and the cameraman is already in danger, and the players are in danger. It's game 1, and we're going to come back. It's Blue Jays and Tigers, Guthrie and Tuttle after this. Final timeout on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Need a garage door expert you can trust? Meet Paul Creed, Guthrie born and raised, and the owner of A-Team Overhead Door. With over 25 years of experience, Paul is Guthrie's go-to pro for garage door installation, service, and repair. From simple fixes to brand new installs, residential or commercial, the A-Team has you covered. Call 405-642-7065 or email ateamoverheaddoor@gmail.com. A-Team Overhead Door, the varsity choice for all your overhead door needs.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
For over 17 years, Jason Reese at Reese Appliance Repair has been the trusted name in our community when it comes to keeping your home appliances running smoothly. From refrigerators and washers to dryers and stoves, Jason provides expert repair services without the high prices of big-name companies.
Hi, I'm Jason Reese.
And I'm Marsha Reese.
And this is our son, Brayson Reese, and we are the owners of Reese's Appliance Repair. Call us for all your appliance needs, 405-819-8293.
The rights to this broadcast have been granted by Guthrie Public Schools. Any rebroadcast or republication of other programming without the written consent of Guthrie Public Schools is strictly prohibited.
There's the special teams. Blue Jays trying to be special tonight to open up the 2026 season. We're moments away from kicking this one off. Real quickly, let's take a look at some keys to victory, Coach. I think Guthrie's got to protect the quarterback all season long, but it starts tonight.
Yeah, you got to protect your quarterback. We got a good one. You give him time to throw. He sets his feet. He throws a good ball. He's a tough runner. Take care of him. That's the offensive line's job.
Got to find new offensive players. Darion Whitehorn could be one of them. We saw it last year.
Yeah, Darion, and there's some other kids that are capable of doing some good things with the football. And, we're going to find out who those kids are, and they're going to have to grow up in a hurry.
Of course, Kelly Beebe always wants to find the quarterback early and all season long.
Yeah. Best pass defense is put the quarterback on his back, And so historically, we're going to try to light a quarterback up. All legal and within the whistles.
Absolutely.
But they should not be comfortable back there if we're playing well defensively.
We're set for high school football. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Bank First Blue Jay Kickoff Show. As Blue Jays will kick right to left on the radio dial. And, we got talking about some of the Blue Jays, but Phil mentioned the new quarterback, new running back, but they do have the Lane twins back, Jordan Lane and Jalen Lane. They came in here a couple of years ago to this Tuttle program. Jordan Lane, number 1, Jalen Lane, number 2. They are wide receivers. They're also defensive backs. And Tuttle has very good offensive linemen, defensive linemen. So those are the strengths, I think, this year for Tuttle coming into the game.
Yeah, you bring back, most of your entire offensive line, and you got a couple skill kids that you can get the football to. It's easier to start the season that way on offense.
S&T Oilfield Services kickoff are underway in the season. It's a short kick fielded at the 30, and the Tuttle returnman trips up at the 35-yard line, and the Tigers will have a first down and 10. Good atmosphere here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. We've kind of gone out of that a few times, but home side starting to fill up a little bit. Away side filling up as well. So some late folks coming into the ball game. They're actually going to put it at the 40-yard line. And the loud music there, we got to make sure we don't get kicked off our YouTube channel because of the music. Let's just mute that for just 1 second. Maybe it's louder in my ears. So, all right, here we go. First play of scrimmage for the Tuttle Tigers. They'll open up with a couple of receivers in the formation. First snap, they will play action. Go big on the first play. One-on-one coverage looking for Lane, and it's caught. And it's going to be a 60-yard touchdown pass on play number 1. Well,
early in the game.
As a Blue Jay fan, you immediately go, uh-oh, we saw this last year.
Well, but you know what? I mean, they're going to take shots. And, we had good coverage there for a little bit. He got a step on us, and we were out-athleted.
Tigers for the PAT, trying to make it an early 7-0 lead for them. Just 11 seconds into the contest, and that's exactly what they do. We'll keep it right here. We'll take a look at that replay here. Our replays this year brought to you by our good friends at Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33. And here it is, Coach.
Fake the rocket, send him on a skinny post up the middle of the field. Safeties come down to defend. Corner's on an island by himself, and kid just goes up and makes a good catch on the football, and that's the end of it.
As you said, Coach, Darian Whitehorn was step for step with him, except for maybe the last yard when Jordan Lane got that 1 yard space. He doesn't need a whole lot of space, and we were literally just talking about him at kickoff, about him and his twin brother, Jordan Lane. We see it already in the quarterback for the Tuttle Tigers, Parker Madison, 6 foot, 160-pound senior quarterback.
That was a good ball by him. He put that ball where only his guy could catch it, and it was good football play. You show the other brother coming on the rocket, and defense has to react, stop the run first, and you've got solo coverage in the back end, and that's a tough kid to defend.
1 play, 8 seconds. Scoring summary brought to you by our good friends at John Vance Motors. Big thank you to John Vance Motors as well for delivering us to the broadcast again this year. They bring us to and from all the away games this year. We thank John Vance Motors once again for that. Big thank you to Megan Vance, John Carpenter, and all the crew at John Vance. So now we get set for our second S&T Oilfield Services kickoff in the first 11 seconds. This time the Blue Jays will have an opportunity with 3 men up front and 3 men back deep as well. We'll see what Tuttle wants to do. The wind's kind of blowing side to side as this kick will be fielded inside the 10, almost stepped out of bounds. And here's a return for the Blue Jays. With it is Thomas, and he'll go to the far side and be tackled at the 21-yard line.
That's a pretty good return from where he caught the ball. That ball kind of pushed him towards the sidelines, but it's one of those you got to field it, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Demetrius Thomas, number 8, he's a sophomore for Coach Kelly Beebe this season, and here comes QB1, Coach Mick. Dalen Rice, number 14, he's grown up watching Guthrie football. His dad is the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, it never hurts when your dad's the OC. I mean, it might not be fun sometimes when you go home after practice, and but I think Coach Rice does a good job of separating dad and coach, and Dalen's a hard-nosed player and a good football player.
First play is a running play for the Blue Jays. Muhammad the senior running back with the first carry, gets maybe a yard on the play.
Test the middle of the defense. You know, Guthrie historically, we're going to come out and try to establish the run the football. Throw it because we want to, not because we have to. And especially backed up, like this is one of those situations where you're talking about. Right here, yes, you would love to go down and match points, but right now you just need to get away from this end of the football field.
Dalen Rice to throw for the first time, throws a fastball, and the receiver never turned his head around, and it's going to be intercepted by Lane.
I think that ball's on the turf, Chris.
Oh, you're right. They're coming in now with an incomplete. It certainly looked that way from here.
No, that was close.
Phil?
Yeah, it was on the turf. It was on the turf.
Say Phil's standing 30 feet from it.
Well, Kason Hayes, who's new to the program, never turned around. We'll see it here on the Sonic replay, number 13, as we have a young guy getting into our camera angle here. But, yeah, Hayes never saw the pass, and it was almost intercepted. Luckily, it goes down as incomplete. We do have tight quarters as far as our camera operator, so bear with us. We apologize. There's nothing we can do about that. 3rd down and 9. Tied in on the left side for the Blue Jays. And we have an early timeout taken by Guthrie.
Looks like we didn't get lined up exactly like Coach wanted.
We'll take a timeout. This is Blue Jay Football, brought to you by F&M Bank.
Companion Healthcare is a top provider of home health, hospice, and private home care services in Oklahoma. If you've experienced an injury, illness, or hospital stay, then Companion Home Health can help you in your recovery with skilled nursing care and rehab therapies. The Companion Hospice team provides gentle care for the patient and meaningful support for the whole family. They are a Guthrie family-owned business with years of experience and trust, caring for the people in our own community. Loyal supporters of Guthrie Bluejay Sports.
Interbank is proud to stand behind every athlete, every team, and every fan this season. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, friends, and fans. Whether it's personal or business banking, Interbank is proud to help our neighbors achieve their financial goals every day. Located just blocks from the Rock. Come and see us at 224 East Oklahoma or call us at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
3rd down and 9 play. Rice throws it far side at the first down marker, and it's caught. Spot should be correct at the 31. That spot should be a first down because this drive did start at the 21. Good throw there by Dalen Rice.
Yeah, set his feet, stepped into it. Good throw, good catch. Move the chains. That's what you got to have. You can't turn the football over. You got to give him time to throw it.
That's a catch in the NFL, Coach.
Yeah, got both feet down. Good throw, good catch, good route.
Got to give a shout out to the camera guy there. He was pretty
good
right there,
good
right?
Good camera work too.
I think I'm the only one. I think I was in 5th place on that one. 1st down and 10. Blue Jays move the chains here. Good sign there. Little in around. Here's Darion Whitehorn. Certainly think he's going to get a lot of play this year as he gets to the 34, and he got a lot of play as a sophomore and junior on the defensive side. Oh, came over a little bit on the offensive side a season ago.
Yeah, we historically we like to play as many kids as we can on one side of the football the way they're fresh at the end of the second and the end of the 4th quarter. And, as they get older and get more maturity to them, then, you bring them over on the offensive side of the ball. Or if you've got a guy that's typically an offensive player, you might spot them on defense in different spots, to keep guys fresh. And so that's what we ought to see out of Darion.
Pick up a 3 for Darion. 2nd down and 7. Couple wide receivers here. Blue Jays will keep it on the ground. That will go number 6, and he'll get up to the 35-yard line. Number 6, sophomore Colin Walters. Got a little bit of time as a freshman, but certainly get a lot of time here as a sophomore. Phil, your thoughts on this early one down here, down on the sideline?
Everything down here is just what you would expect. I mean, it's
no pickup. We have a whistle on the far side. We have a equipment malfunction by Darion as he comes off. That's a point of emphasis to watch that this year. Coming into the contest, Braylon Chandler. He's a junior, number 12. The grandson of athletic director John Chappell. Also checking in, Kason Hayes, number 13, checking in as well. 3 receivers, bottom of the formation, 4 total. Dalen looks far side. It's over the outstretched hands of Skylar Scammon. A little too tall for that one. Pass falls to the turf. And here comes the punting team for the Jays.
Yeah, the ball's just a little bit too tall. You bring that ball down just a little bit, you got a first down, we're running. So, hey, come out and get a first down, get the ball off, punt, and turn the field over, and then let's see what happens.
Dalen Rice returns as the punter. He's at the 20. Good snap. Pretty good punt. High
good punt.
Fair catch call for. Fumble.
Ball's on the ground.
And brought in around the 26-yard line. Tuttle will have it first down and 10. Blue Jays able to take about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes off the clock, but Tuttle will set up camp at their 26-yard line. Tuttle's ran one play, and it was successful on a 60-yard touchdown play on the very first play for the early points. As I mentioned earlier, Parker Madison, 6-foot senior quarterback, jersey number 9. They'll pitch it. And they give it to Jordan Lane. So 2 plays, both of them have gone to Lane as he goes across the 30 near the 32.
I got a feeling those 2 brothers are going to touch the football a whole bunch tonight. And if they weren't, I'd be concerned with their offensive coordinator for not trying to get it in their hands.
Well, and Tuttle, as Phil mentioned in the pregame show, graduated a 3-4 year starter in Roundsville. He was a running back and linebacker, and so they're going to get more action than ever before.
Well, and there's another kid that also graduated off this team that was a move-in last year, a kid named Tyson Kennedy that's playing at UCO, and that kid caused us problems last year. He had 5 catches for 140 or 50-some yards and a touchdown, and then had probably 14 or 15 tackles on defense. Just a tough little, good little high school football player. And so, they just reload.
Darius Johnson with the carry there. There was a flag down. This one goes against Tuttle, so this will back them up a bit. So I thought, there they back them up now as it will go back to the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, but the penalty will back it up near the line of scrimmage, so they'll make it officially 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Couple receivers top of the formation, a halfback in there, running back. Pass, short one, caught at the 31-yard line, so they get the penalty yards back there. And so what the Jays can do here on 3rd down. Check out the replay field level, brought to you by Sonic.
Yeah, did a good job coming up and tackling, and that's the thing with our defense. Keep them in front of you and tackle it.
3rd down and 5. The Tigers were going to try to throw for it. Rolling to the near side, pressure, throws it, and it's incomplete. And the Blue Jay defense serves a good job there. A nice pressure there on the quarterback by the senior Dominic Officer.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that started with the secondary because they wanted to throw that little inside hitch, and we jumped that hitch route. And it caused the quarterback to flush and gave enough time for defensive line and linebackers to chase that quarterback off his spot. And you get a quarterback moving. Some of them can still do it, but that's really hard to do as a high school quarterback, is be on the run with somebody chasing you and still throw that ball where you want it.
Tigers go 3 and out, punt formation. Blue Jay back at the 30-yard line. That one barely got off. It's not a great punt at all. They will take a little bit of a Tiger bounce, and it'll be down inside the 40-yard line as Cody Carlock never had a chance to return that one. Jersey number 3 for Guthrie. And Guthrie gets the ball back basically where it was as we see how close this one was for being blocked.
Yeah, that snap kind of hopped back there on the one hop, and I don't know if we got it looked like we might have got a hand on that football.
Sure does. Great job by our camera crew and our production crew capturing that moment. And so Guthrie will take over at the 38-yard line.
And I know the next time they punt, the coaches will be watching that snap, and if that snap happens again, you'll start seeing them come after that punt a little bit.
So Dalen Rice and the Jays back on to the field. Got a first down their first drive before having to punt that one away. Halfback up on the right side. There you see in jersey number 16, Gabe Jackson. Rise throw through the hands and nearly intercepted. Darion Whitehorn probably should have hauled that one in if you asked him. And then the Tuttle Tiger almost came away with an interception.
Yeah, that little RPO action right there. Dalen put the football right out there in front of him just a little bit too high. And luckily that ball wasn't intercepted. You know, you hate it when you throw a football and it gets popped up in the air because generally bad things happen when that does. But we avoided it luckily, and 2nd down and 10.
Donnie Schulter, number 11, almost had the interception, so Tuttle's had a couple opportunities to get the pick, but luckily for Guthrie, he has fallen to the turf. 2nd down and 10. Dalen will keep it, and he'll get up to the 40-yard line for 2 yards.
One thing you know about Tuttle's defense is they're going to play assignment football just like we do, and they're going to be sound. And you're going to have to block people and try to do things to get them use their defensive rules against them. You know, as this game progresses, I expect Coach Rice to kind of open up a little bit and you know, take some shots here and there and try to take advantage maybe of something that they've seen on film.
Blue Jays with some new offensive linemen this year. Of course, it does help to have Sir William Morgan leading that way. Number 15, the left tackle there, next to the tight end on the bottom of your screen. Gabe Jackson, the halfback on the right side. Dalen throws into quadruple coverage and almost another interception for Tuttle, as that one was dropped by Major Vandenberg. And Guthrie's looking at another 3rd down, or excuse me, another punting situation.
Right now we just need somebody to come up with a play, you know. You know, we were very, very fortunate last year. You know, you had Maddox Vaughn and Jace Rainwater always came up with some crazy catch, and you know, you had experienced wide receivers, and this year, you know, you're going to rely on some guys. This is their first time maybe in varsity action, or maybe they're playing in a position that they haven't played before, and you know, it takes a minute to get that rhythm with your quarterback.
Another great snap, all day to punt, and it's another great punt. A fair catch called for at the 20. That one not fielded cleanly, but it is fielded. And Tuttle Tigers back onto the field offensively with their worst starting field position of the night. They started on their 40, 26, and now their 20-yard line, as that is our 3rd punt in a row combined for these ball clubs after Tuttle got an opening touchdown on the very first play of the ball game on a 60-yard pass. Both teams filling each other out. It's game 0, or week 0, so kind of test what everyone's looking at. Then this is where adjustments come into play, and we know both of these staffs do that very, very well.
No, these two staffs are as good as they get. They're going to do a good job of making adjustments. They're, you know, but ultimately, if you're Guthrie, you want to keep this football game as close as you can and have a chance to win it in the 4th quarter. You know, I mean, you've got a team. You had a team in 1-4A last year. They brought back more starters than you did. There's more experience standing on that sideline than what you've got on the field, and you want to be in it at the end.
There you see the Guthrie High School marching band got informed they won't be able to perform at halftime. Total band's going to need the full halftime to perform, but I'm certainly think the Blue Jays will be in their uniforms next week when Guthrie hosts Elgin Owls. And there you see the members of the band. Always great to have the band and the cheerleaders like we usually do every week. And you look at the schedule this year, I think the farthest trip in the regular season will be down in Lawton, so not too bad of a travel schedule this year.
So we don't have to go to Durant?
No Durant, no Guy. Oh, you're right.
I was going to say.
I try to put that so far out of my mind. You're right.
It's like, man, I thought I saw Durant.
3, 2, 1. Can you believe we have to go to Durant?
Yeah. Well, Durant's not as far as Guyman. So.
That's true.
We are not skipping Durant.
We are going.
Phil's leaving a day early for Durant.
For multiple reasons. Yeah, we
visiting the good friends at the Choctaw.
I forgot our good friends down in the Choctaw Nation. They're offsides on neutral zone or something on Tuttle. I didn't see the mark there, so they're going to be backed up 5 yards. Yes, I forgot our good friends. You know, we played Tuttle, or excuse me, we went to Durant, I think, right a year or two before you arrived in Guthrie, Coach Mick, because I've done that trip a few times. Didn't we have one?
No, we've
run twice. I think
Durant used to be in our district.
Yes,
I mean we played down there. Yeah, and you know it wasn't a bad trip. I mean it's a little longer than normal, but I always like playing down there.
Jordan Lane with the reception behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to be hit for a loss, a couple yards behind there. There you see number 9 coming in for the Guthrie Bluejays, Run McCone.
That's a good job of gathering him up and getting him on the ground on the sideline. You know, you get him out there in space and one little shake and he breaks a tackle, and it's a tough situation. So defense did a good job of flying inside out and using the sideline as the 12th man and getting him wrapped up.
Loss of 2 on the play. Madison, the quarterback, takes a snap. He'll pitch it to Jordan Lane, and there's Officer and a few other Blue Jays waiting for him. So he had the 60-yard touchdown to begin with, but he's been kind of wrapped up since then.
Yeah, side to side on Guthrie or Tuttle's defense generally doesn't work because of the style of defense they play. They've always got those hangers. They've always got those safeties that are going to get down and help collision the run game. And ultimately, you know, try to run you sideways and run you out of bounds. So generally the side-to-side stuff is not great against the 3-4 defense.
Dominic Officer with the pressure there first. Pass downfield, and this one is broken up. And here comes a flag thrown by the back judge. Probably the right call, as the Blue Jay defender never got his head turned around, and then also kind of collided into the would-be receiver there, Gabe Jackson. I think is going to be called for this one as we check it out on the Sonic replay.
I'd like to be standing on that sideline to see how far out of bounds that ball was.
Well, I did learn when we went up to the Tulsa Officials Association. Ronnie and I went up there, and that does not factor into.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
There's no uncatchable rule in high school.
In high school, yeah,
common sense tells you if the ball's 5 yards out of bounds, he ain't catching it.
Correct.
Now, I'm not saying that was the scenario. I just like to have been down there to see how far that was out of there.
Agreed. First down and 10 to the running game, right side.
That's a good open field tackle right there by 2.
Skylar Scammon with the tackle.
That's a veteran. He knows how to make those tackles. He made a whole bunch of them last year.
Here's the previous play, Coach.
Yeah, so here's the previous play. They do a pretty good job on stopping the pass rush. We got 3 or 4 guys down there. There's just too much contact. But I don't, like I say, that's tough because is that ball really, is he really going to make that play on that ball? I'm not saying he can't. But that's one of those tough ones where.
Back to action here. Nice run play up the middle there by Darius Johnson. A couple good blocks in there by that Tuttle offensive line. As a couple of Guthrie Blue Jays looked like they were going right at him, but he stopped there for about a pickup of 6 yards.
Yeah, that's a good play right there by Kason Hayes, number 13. Good tackle.
3rd down and 1. Blue Jays with that familiar 5-man front, 2 linebackers behind them. Pistol formation, and this is going to be a first down and a little bit more for Darius Johnson. He's a 5'9", 160-pound junior.
Yeah, right there. That's just get behind that great, big, gigantic offensive line and old school downhill football, and we're gonna block you up front and give him just a little bit of room and make your safeties make the tackle.
Johnson, a senior, I apologize, as he gets it to the Guthrie side of the field at the 47-yard line. Pistol formation, a halfback, and a couple receivers in the formation here on first down. They'll keep it on the ground with Johnson. First guy misses, second guy, third guy misses, and he's all the way down to the 30-yard line for a 17-yard pickup. Third first down of this drive.
Yep, this is where you're concerned. You got a returning offensive line that's played together. They're seasoned, and that's just old school football. I mean, let's just get the guy in front of you and put your helmet on him, drive your feet, and give your tailback a crease, and you give him a little bit of an opening, he can scoot.
Ball placed at the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Same formation as the one before. Another running play. Big contact at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 2 came up and dropped the pop right there.
I got number 2.
We know he ain't scared to hit you. He did a good job getting in there. Good pop.
7 went backwards, that's for sure. 2nd down and 5.
But right now, if you just watch the line of scrimmage, if you just watch the offense and defensive lines, and that's a good shot on it right there. But if you just watch this when they fire off, watch which side is playing on which side of the line of scrimmage. And, of course, I say that, and then they throw a pass.
Into the end zone they do. Got a man, and he comes down with the football, and it is a touchdown. Tuttle Tigers take a 2-score lead. Donnie Schulter comes down with a 25-yard touchdown reception.
Lull you to sleep, throw it over the top.
Check it out again here on the Sonic replay.
Yep, I mean, that's good pass protection by the offensive line. Good throw, good catch. I mean, we got a defender right there. Kid just comes up and makes a great play on the football, and, you know, it's football.
Strive Wellness Lounge PAT's up and good for the Tuttle Tigers, who now lead this game 14-0. Take a timeout from Tuttle, Oklahoma. This is Guthrie Bluejay football presented by F&M Bank.
Founded in 2009, Terra Insure Group exists to serve the residents of Guthrie and the surrounding communities by delivering quality insurance coverage at the fairest possible rate. TIG isn't captive to one single carrier. The staff at Terra Insure Group, Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, Lisa Engel, Sarah Bowling, and Libby Wano, offer over 100 years of combined insurance experience. Call 405-293-4880 or visit them online at tigok.com.
At Hayes Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families and community and have committed to providing you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Honoring your loved one is our top priority, and part of that is assisting you to help deal with the grief during difficult times. Everyone's needs are different, and for that reason, families can entrust their loved one's wishes to our family. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Visit them online today at hayesfh.com.
Tuttle Tigers, second scoring drive, both through the air. Take a 2-touchdown lead over Guthrie, 14-0. Tuttle Tigers, take a look at the John Vance Motor scoring summary. 8 plays, 80 yards, in 3 minutes and 16 seconds is your John Vance Motor scoring summary. Pretty good drive there by the Tuttle Tigers.
Yeah, you remember when we talked about this in the pregame. Penalties.
Yeah.
Drives extended off a penalty. Now, was it an effort penalty? Yes. You don't want that penalty. That's not but you got kids trying to make a play. They get tangled up. They get called for a pass interference, and that extends a drive. So you can always find positives in all of this stuff. Right now, what you need to see from your offense is you need to see a drive.
S&T Oilfield Services kickoff, left to right. And Guthrie returns it from inside the 10. Going the long way to the far side, just as he did the first time, is Demetri Thomas. And he gets to the 20-yard line. Guthrie sets up camp there with 4:06 to play in quarter number 1. So you look at Guthrie starting field position, minus 21 at their own 21, their own 38, and now their own 20-yard line. Guthrie so far in this contest only one first down. That came on third down on the first drive as they had to punt the football away.
You've had, three balls in and out of hands?
Yes.
Yeah, you've had I can't remember if I don't think we've had an offensive penalty.
I don't think so.
So that's a bright spot. But you just want to kind of get a little further ahead of the chains on first down.
Muhammad on the right side of Dalen Rice will get the carry, and he's going backwards for 5 yards. That's one of the strengths of this Tuttle team is the offense and defensive lines, and we're seeing it here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you leave a player unblocked off the edge. That doesn't help you when you're trying to run to the edge. And so, kid made a good play. You're sitting in second 15, so now you got to come up with something. You can run the football again, but at this point you need to go get about half of this back.
Give yourself a chance on third down.
On third down, that's correct.
Tight end on the right side, a couple backs in there. Are they in there to protect for Dalen Rice now? They'll both vacate.
We're empty.
4 receivers, bottom formation. Dalen, quick pass caught by Darion. Make an athlete make a play here, and Dalen gets to the original line of scrimmage, so they get those 5 yards back.
Yeah, throw the football out there. Caden Muhammad, number 20. Did a good job blocking up on the perimeter. He goes up and gets 5 or 6 yards, and you're sitting in 3rd and 10.
And it's nothing fancy, but Dalen has a completion, Darion has a catch, and a play after the catch, and we're blocking downfield, so a little success for everybody.
Yeah, and as this still goes on, we've got some kids that can get the football too, but we got to, when the football comes to you, you got to make plays. And, early in the year, you expect to see some of that. As this thing progresses, I expect to see kids make that play whenever it comes to it. And that just comes with experience.
Chandler, receiver to the bottom of the formation. Now Muhammad goes out to the far right side. And we have a flag down, and we have a delay of game. So there's Guthrie's first penalty, and it is a delay of game. That will back them back to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be third down at 15 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, those are the ones that that you don't like as a coach. And part of that, might have got to play in a little bit late to do that late shift in motion, or well, maybe it just didn't get communicated well enough and we didn't execute it fast enough. But that's the kind of stuff you make that mistake game first week of the season. By week 6 or 7, you don't want to be making that same mistake.
Right.
So, that's one of those things that they'll talk to them about, say, hey, we got to get in and out of the huddle faster. And, if it's an offensive play issue where you didn't get into your kids fast enough, you got to speed yourself up.
Same formation. This is dangerous. And now the third time's a charge for Tuttle as it is intercepted and now returned here by Schulter. And Tuttle is going to be in great field position. It's going to be first and goal for them. Guthrie dodged the bullet twice, but not the third time.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. That ball, if that ball gets batted up in the air, that's the worst thing that happens, because you've got secondary players sitting back there behind it. And I don't know if we just weren't ready for that one to come on us as quick as it did. If the ball was behind us, whatever, ball hits, pops in the air, and that time it hung up there long enough where somebody from Tuttle could get their hands on it and make a little return out of it.
Tuttle at the 5-yard line, first and goal. Already on top, 14-0. Guthrie and Danger are going down 3 scores in the first quarter. I'll hand it off to Lane, and Lane will get in there. Or excuse me, that's not number 1. That's number 7. That's Darius Johnson, touchdown Tigers.
Well, not the way we wanted it to start out, but you know what? Like I said, got a lot of guys gaining experience right here. What you want to see now is you want to see fight out of them. You want to see how they react. Yeah, it's not going your way. Is it possible to come back? Yes, sir. Jinx went to South Lake Carroll and was down 27-0, won a football game.
Strike Williams Lounge PAT's up and good. Tigers up 3 scores. Timeout from Tuttle. This Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Hayes Tree Service is a proud member of the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce and a huge supporter of Guthrie Public Schools. Cody and Kathy Hayes are available 24/7 for emergency tree work when Mother Nature hits. Hayes has the experience and equipment needed for tree trimming, removal, and stump grinding. Fully insured, Hayes is the company that other tree guys call for help. For a free estimate, call 405-535-6560 or find them on Facebook. Go Blue Jays!
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
Bad news, Guthrie's down 21-0. Good news, still 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first quarter. You got to look for positives right now.
Yeah, I think when I was talking earlier, I think I misspoke. I said Jinx was up 27-0. I think I said down. They're up 27-0 in the second quarter. South Lake Carroll scores 2 touchdowns right before half. They end up winning a football game by a point, I believe.
Yeah, and South Lake Carroll outscores Jinx 34-6 after getting down 27-0.
That's correct. So, it's always possible in high school football, but, you want to see them fight right now.
Ball goes out of bounds. Should see a flag, right? There it goes. Guthrie will have it at the 35. Is that right? High school football 35-yard line? 2:21 to go in the first quarter. Might be the 30. I can't remember. It's our first game too. Yeah, I was right. Okay.
Yeah, it goes to the 35, and I can't remember the other rule. Like, I can't remember if the ball's kicked like in front of the 35, it then becomes a spot like where you kicked it out. Like,
our producer Ronnie Phillips knows all that kind of weird stuff like that.
The biggest problem is we have a set of rules for Oklahoma high school football. You have a set of rules for Texas high school football. You got a set NCAA rules, and you got a set NFL rules, and everybody gets all those jumbled up all the time.
Absolutely.
Because none of them are the same.
Couple tight ends on this formation here. Guthrie trying to go back to the running game, and there are 2 Tuttle Tigers in the backfield awaiting.
Right there. They just got more guys than we can block.
Back to the 33-yard line.
Very sound defensively. They don't make mistakes, get out of position.
Thomas, the ball carrier, loss of 2. Not good situation. The running game's not working. The passing game's not working. You're down 21 points, so.
Yeah, you got to just find something.
Yeah.
Find your best 5 or 6 football plays, string them together, try to get first downs, and go down and try to get the football off of this end of the field, and just gain some confidence.
Rice,
that's a great call right there.
By Darion out to the 40, to the 45, and the Blue Jays will have their second first down of the ball game. Nice misdirection play there by the Blue Jays.
I think they're going to call something here.
There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
I think they're going to call a hold right there.
We might go back to that.
It's an offensive lineman down on the screen, and kid kind of jumps up underneath him, and he kind of hooks him a little bit.
Nice play. Best play from scrimmage. Take a look here, Coach. See it again here on the.
Yeah, I think it's right there.
After he makes the catch?
Yeah, it's right there. I think it's on 56 right here.
Right there at the 32?
Yeah, I think he gets him hooked
34.
right here. Just gets a little bit of hook on him, has his arm outside, and that's what they called the hold on.
And he wasn't going to make a play on Darion either.
No.
It's a tough play because he's not going to make the play. He did hold on a little bit, but you can.
Yeah, but, you got officials doing their job too.
Yep.
They see it, they throw it. So.
Speaking of officials, we can take a look at our game officials. There are Mark Walker, Harmon Ray, Trent Williams, Jason Kennedy, and Marlon Douglas, tonight's game officials. Dalen Rice throws on second down. Upended at the 29-yard line. Guthrie gets a little bit of the yards back. As it goes
that's the kind of play in the game you need on first down. It's first and 10. You throw that for 7-8 yards. Now you're in front of the chains. It's a little harder whenever it's second and long.
I got to admit, it's very comfortable out here.
No, it's not bad. I mean, we're sitting outside up here in the top of the deal. Got the sun behind us. Luckily, we're not looking into it. But there is a breeze blowing, and
third down and 15. Dalen Rice tries to throw for the first down, and it's batted up and broken up nicely by the Tuttle Tiger, number 11, Donnie Schulter. And so I want to give a big thank you to all of our Tuttle friends here, A.D. Brooks and Breck Draper and Coach Ballard, really rolling out the red carpet, pun intended, for us here on the broadcast, making sure everything that we need we got throughout the week and here tonight as well. So big thank you to them as we come back here for the second year in a row to open up the ball game. Of course, won last year 38-13.
Yeah, I didn't get to come to this game last year, so this is my first time in the stadium, and it's a nice facility.
Dalen punts this one away. Another nice punt. It'll take a big Guthrie bounce inside the 30-yard line. Great punt there. And it will be down in around the 27-yard line. So Tuttle will have another possession here with 34 seconds in the first quarter. Did they borrow your CD for the music tonight, Coach?
No, this one.
This not yours.
No, I promise you, their walkout music. You bring out the corn,
right?
You throw, come out with blind right off the bat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean that's out of my playlist. This not so much.
Not so much on this one.
If they start playing Turnpike Troubadours, yeah, that's probably I know that, but I don't know what that last song was.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
Sure, the kids do though, Chris. I'm an old man.
We were talking about being an old man. That's okay. Sarah Phillips is still fighting it a little bit with Ronnie.
Yeah, I know, but once it starts turning gray, I mean, that's kind of the point, Mine, it either turns gray or it turns loose. So I think I'll take gray at this point.
Penalty will back the Tigers inside the 25, back near the 23-yard line. Our last game, our production crew do the state championships for the state of Oklahoma. Our last game was Elgin and Tuttle in the 4A title game. Our first game this year is Tuttle as well, and we'll see Elgin next week. So some familiar friends in Tuttle and Elgin. Run game for the Tigers. We'll get it out to the 30-yard line as they get the penalty plus a couple more yards for a pickup of 7 yards.
Yeah, they're just getting up behind that great big old offensive line. And
that will be the final play of the first quarter. Probably a good thing. Start over. Come back. Second quarter action. Guthrie down 21-0. This is Guthrie Bluejay football presented by our good friends at F&M Bank.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Since 2002, S&T Oilfield Services has delivered trusted, family-owned expertise from Texas to Arkansas to Wyoming. With over 2 decades of experience, a spotless safety record, and certified professionals, we provide customized flowback solutions you can count on. From completion to production, we put reliability, safety, and your success first. Schedule service today at 580-799-4428 or visit satoilfieldservice.com.
Appreciate all our good friends watching back on GNP TV as we welcome you back inside Richardson Family Stadium on the campus of Tuttle High School. The Tigers with a 21-0 lead as we get set for quarter number 2. See if the second quarter can be a little bit better for the Jays.
Yeah, just want to show improvement and, come out and get a stop right here, get the football back for the offense and see what happens. Thanks for the people that are watching at home and commenting on the YouTube page.
Now, South Lake Carroll played last night, right?
Yeah, last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
They're green and white in Texas.
Yeah, pretty good. Number 8 team in Texas, 7 in some polls.
Beat Jinx. that tells you how good they are.
Yeah, came back and beat them.
Second down 8, Tigers' first play of the second quarter. Little pass out to Lane. This is the Lane that we haven't said a whole lot. We've said Jordan Lane's name quite a bit. This is Jalen Lane, his twin brother. Both are 5'10", 165. And Lane will get near the first down, but he'll be a yard shy as he gets out to the 37-yard line.
3rd and 1. Need to get a stop right here and get off the field.
Sir William right in the middle on top of that football. Tigers will run with it, and they will have the first down and a little bit more on that Guthrie sideline as it will be tackled at midfield. Another run there by Darius Johnson.
Yeah, let's just get a hat on a hat and give him a crease and make secondary players come up and make tackles.
That's
hard
what
to do at the line of scrimmage.
That's what Kason Hayes did there, number 13, new to the program this year. Hayes, Scammon, your safeties. Cody Carlock and Darian Whitehorn are your cornerbacks this year. Pretty good defensive back for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, good defensive backfield, got some experience, a couple newcomers.
There's a nice first down play there by Darius Johnson. Just steady as injured Blue Jays. Tuttle gets back into Guthrie territory. Pick up a 3. Injured Blue Jay, I think, is Braden Smith. He wears jersey number 4. And with that, I think we can take a timeout here from Tuttle. Tigers lead at 21-0. Timeout. Blue Jay football brought to you by F&M Bank.
You spoke. Chuck Hall listened. In the state Senate, Chuck Hall is delivering real conservative results. He cuts taxes, invested in our schools, and funded the largest investment directed to county road and bridge improvements in state history. Chuck Hall defends Oklahoma values: faith, freedom, family, and our way of life. Senator Chuck Hall, your voice, your values, your conservative fighter.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Quickly back to action. Tuttle gets it out to the 35. Here's the play. This is the one play we just missed. If we can go to the wide shot, there was a pass out to Jalen Lane, and he has the first down at the 35-yard line, pick up at 12 yards as we welcome you back to Tuttle.
Yeah, they just threw a little bubble action off of some run game right there. They did a good job blocking on the perimeter.
And off to Johnson, and he'll get a couple yards from the 35 to about the 33.
That's a good job right there by the defensive front, making him change directions and everybody else gathering up and tackling.
It'll bring up second down. Second down and 8. Some games got started last night. We'll kind of go over some scores here in a minute after this play here. Pistol formation. Couple of lanes in there. Now we have whistle and get this figured out here real quick. Scores brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. Last night it was Lincoln Christian extending their win streak to 43 games as they defeated Jones. Some 5A scores right now brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. Bishop McGinnis shutting out PC North 24-0. Coweta leads Wagner 21-0. Second quarter score, Carl Albert 6, Newcastle 0. Another good game, Elgin and Bethany, two teams that Guthrie will play this year. Elgin has a second quarter lead over Bethany 7-0. Duncan and Altus open up the year. Duncan with an early 2-touchdown lead, 14-0. Sapulpa back in Class 5A, leading Fort Gibson 14-0. Shawnee over Elk City right now 7-0. Sallisaw and Claremore tied 7-7. Booker T and Collinsville, the Hornets lead the Cardinals 13-0. And Bishop Kelly shutting out Southmore 15-0. We'll have more scores at halftime. Scores brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. New quarterback, new running back in there. As the new quarterback for Tuttle, Ian Pagel. And number 22, Carter Van Olken with the carry there.
That's a good tackle right there by number 9, Rowan McComb, returning starter. Good job of filling it up right there and getting him on the ground.
Rowan McComb, jersey 15 a year ago, jersey number 9 this season. Other linebacker, 44, Gus Brewer in there. Jalen Lane in the motion. Left to right, now left. Quarterback back in the game for Tuttle. Not a strong pass, but it is completed. There's going to be yards after the catch. Stepped out of bounds about the 28-yard line. And Guthrie was a little too much after the whistle blew. Gabe Jackson is going to be guilty of this one.
Yeah, that's the one that's tough. I mean, kids still fighting, you're still trying to tackle, but you got to know where you're at on the football field and the sideline. Then you got to, when steps out of bounds, you let him go.
And then you throw in a whistle.
Yeah, that whistle's a big part of it.
Stepped out of bounds right there.
See, at this point, he don't know he's out of bounds. He's still fighting.
Sure.
But
the only thing
that right there is what's going to get you. That extra throw him out of bounds stuff. At that point, you got him tackled. Just cut him loose and go back to the huddle.
Want to give a big shout out to a new member of our production team, Zane Seifert. Zane Seifert joined us this year. Looking forward to that. Of course, Wager Silvis and Lance Evans on our cameras tonight. Sean Silvis will be back down on the sideline next week. Phil's on assignment next week, and so big thank you to them. Of course, Ronnie Phillips in the middle of everything that we do here. So big thank you to our production crew. There's a little bumps going on in our first game of the year. But for the most part, they are on their game. Appreciate them and their effort in making the best product we can here on GNP TV. Play action, first down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball is caught at the 10, make a move to the 5, and it'll be short of the goal line. And the Tigers going to have a first and goal. With the reception there was Wick Komeshker.
That's a tough little play right there. He engages and blocks for a half count, and then he releases out. We've got double coverage on the outside guy. The Mike or defensive end's got to carry that tight end, and he's just stepped slow with him. Good, well-designed play and well executed.
Darius Johnson, the running back, will get the call, and he will dive forward and into the end zone, and the Tigers have a 4-touchdown lead. Strike Wellness Lounge PAT. Big thank you to Steph and Tina with us again this year. As this extra point brought to you by Strike Wellness Lounge all season long is up and good. 9-11 to play until halftime. Tuttle now leads this one 28-0. Timeout. This Blue Jay football brought to you by F&M Bank.
For over 17 years, Jason Reese at Reese Appliance Repair has been the trusted name in our community when it comes to keeping your home appliances running smoothly. From refrigerators and washers to dryers and stoves, Jason provides expert repair services without the high prices of big-name companies.
Hi, I'm Jason Reese.
And I'm Marsha Reese.
And this is our son, Brayson Reese, and we are the owners of Reese's Appliance Repair. Call us for all your appliance needs, 405-819-8293.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tuttle won this game a year ago, 38-13. Very similar look to last year's game so far in this first half. As Tuttle will kick this one off, right to left, brought to you by S&T Oilfield Services. We'll check out the latest scoring summary for Tuttle after this kickoff. Guthrie has punted the ball 1, 2, 3 times. They've had an interception as well. Only one, I think, first down, maybe 2 max. I would have to look at my numbers as this is kicked off. This one from the goal line. And Guthrie will not make it near the 20-yard line. In fact, he won't even get to the 15, down at the 14. This will be Guthrie's worst field position of the night.
Yeah, that's one of those tough ones. Probably should have let that ball go over your head into the end zone, take it to the 20, trying to make a play. But this is when you've got to come out and kind of bow your neck a little bit and go get some first downs.
Scoring summary for the Tuttle Tigers, brought to you by John Vance Auto Group. 8 plays, 73 yards, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Jay's back on offense. Between the tackles, not much again, and boy, the Guthrie running backs don't have a chance. Not only is there one Tuttle Tiger, but there's 2 Tuttle Tigers there for almost every play in the backfield, and that's another loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, this is youth with an offensive line. They'll come along. They'll get better. You know.
Had to replace the line, including 4-year starting offensive lineman in Cooper Walters.
Right. Yeah, Big Coop. He's always a good one to have in there, and they're playing hard though. They're giving effort.
Little flea flicker here, Darian
to
Dalen. It's caught.
Nice
It's caught by Brandon Jailer, and he might be able to get all the way down to the 20-yard line. A little trickery by Jason Rice, the offensive coordinator, and the Blue Jays have their biggest play and inside the Tuttle red zone.
That's a good little wrinkle right there, Coach Rice. Good call. Good catch right there. Good throw by Dalen. Good catch by number 13, Kason Hayes, going down the sideline. And now we got something going. Let's go punch this thing in.
67-yard pass. Darion to Dalen to Braylon Chandler. Or excuse me, was that Kason Hayes? I apologize.
Kason Hayes.
My apologies. That's Kason Hayes with the reception.
Yeah, good throw, good catch, good protection. Put that ball right out there where you can catch it. Good run after catch.
I thought it was 12, but it was 13. And my apologies. My apologies.
Now we need to finish this drive off.
First down and 10. Muhammad stretching. And he's going to get to the 20, which is a 1-yard loss. Tuttle band right in front of us, down to our right.
Seem to be having a good time, Chris.
Absolutely. Muhammad on the right side of Dalen Rice. Gabe Jackson, halfback on the right side. Dalen, little screen here by Scammon, and he fumbles the football, and Tuttle has it, and Guthrie, second turnover of the night.
Yeah, it's just a tough deal right there. Had a nice little tunnel screen set up right there, and they just popped the ball out. That's one of those things you don't. Worst possible imaginable time for that to happen, but they did a good job of holding him up. 33 did a good job right there, stripping the football.
Turner Lemmings.
2 guys hold him up, 1 guy pulls it out, and that's their coach to do it. So, just a tough break.
I would say when it rains, it pours, but we haven't seen a lot of rain here in the summer months.
No, we haven't. We could all use some too, I think. It's this break from the 100-degree heat.
1st and 10 for the Tigers, starting at their own 13-yard line. Lane trying to stretch out. Finds a little bit of a crease as he goes across the 15 up near the 17-yard line. That one being Jalen Lane. And pick up 4 yards. Tuttle Tigers preseason number 1 in the Class 4A rankings on the high school huddle. I think every ranking source out there should have Tuttle number 1.
Well, I would think they'd be number 1 until somebody takes them off the throne.
Pistol formation, pistol back is knocked backwards at the 15-yard line. Loss of 2. Nice job getting in there by Rowan McComb.
Yep, good job of filling right there by Rowan, getting him on the ground. That was a good play.
Loss of 2, and now Tuttle behind the chains here. 3rd down and 8.
That's what you want to see. You want to see guys give an effort. You don't want anybody to quit or just go through the motions. And you still got guys playing hard. So
coming to the near side, never had a chance. Was that batted down or just poorly thrown? It had to be batted down.
I think 21 or 40. I got a hand up on it.
21's my
right
candidate. There
21.
He is. Great job there getting a hand up in the air. Xavier Bertleson, he's a senior. Got the ball up at the right time. Good timing by him. Being blocked and didn't see it, put the hand up.
Yeah, you're not going to get there. Quarterback wants to throw the ball low out of the pocket. You can't get there on the pass rush. Get your hands up. Hopefully you can bat one down. It's a good job right there.
There you see the eyeballs of some of those defensive players.
A lot of new faces out there, Chris. I mean, we're looking at the roster and we're kind of searching for names,
Well, it's the smallest print of all time.
Yeah.
We'll work on that next week. I got the roster
okay.
pretty late, and so didn't have time to doctor it up by any means. But
that's okay. Luckily, I got since I'm an old man, I've got my progressive lenses on with my built-in bifocals there. And so.
I think Lindsey Silvis has given up on the young man. I think Tanya Nichols has given up the young man. I know Sam Evans has given up on the young man. Sarah Phillips is the one who hasn't really. She's still holding on to it, yes.
Look at the beard. It's got a little gray in it.
Low line drive punt. And Guthrie's going to obviously get away from this one. Guthrie will have position on the plus side of the field. So looking for some positive here. See what they can do at the 45-yard line. And obviously you can't score 5 touchdowns on one play, but you would like to get one score, something positive going into that locker room.
Yeah, let's just go get some first downs and go punch it in or get some points on the board, Just have a little bit of success. That's what you're looking for. You build on success. You may not be able to come back in this game and win it, but let's have some success on offense and go from there. It's important with a young bunch.
Thomas in the backfield with Dalen. Thomas gets the call, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain.
The offensive line had it blocked pretty good. I mean, that kid come off the backside off of a block and chased it down. It just took a little bit too long to get there. But, you got guys – from what I'm seeing is you got guys getting to the right spot right now. They're just outmanned.
Guthrie last week scrimmaged El Reno and Hera. Meanwhile, Tuttle scrimmaged Lincoln Christian and Washington right here on this field last week. So they got some pretty good looks from a couple of state championship caliber teams.
Yeah, that's some pretty good football between those 3 schools in different classifications.
Trips receivers, Dalen has a man. It's Darion.
Go up and make a good tough catch. That's a nice catch right there by Darion.
Caught at the 33, pick up a 12 and a first down.
That's what you want to see out of Darion and Skylar Scammon. I mean, you want those guys that are veterans. That ball, go make that tough catch. That's the difference. first part of the game, he didn't make that tough catch. You know, it hit him in the hands, might have been a little bit high, whatever. We don't make that. That's a tough catch. That's a tougher catch than any of the balls that have been thrown that we didn't get our hands on right there. So that's a good job, and that's one of those deals where, you know,
Darion trying to make a play. Stiff arm, not going to be stiff enough as Darion's hit for a 7-yard loss. Back to the 40. I think it might have been didn't handle the snap and the Wildcat. Yeah, exactly what happened there.
Well, I would say what happened on that deal. Sometimes your center has to block one way or the other, and he's trying to make a real aggressive step, and that ball comes out a little bit sideways, and you're not quite ready for it because it's not right at your chest. It's out of the way a little bit, and it just kind of got on him quick. I don't think he was expecting the bad one.
Second down and 17. Dalen back in there at the QB spot. Little quick pass. Can Blue Jays get some blocks? As out to the 35-yard line. Skylar Scanman picks up 5 yards. Obviously 4-down territory here, but see what Guthrie can do on 3rd down before that.
Another little tunnel screen right there.
3rd down and 12 for the Blue Jays coming up.
A little under route. Dalen did a good job of getting that ball out of his hands because he had somebody bearing down off the edge coming at him unblocked. You know, they sent a drop or a linebacker that's outside at him, and he did a good job standing in there and delivering that football where it needed to go.
Tight end on the right, 3 receivers to the top. Dalen, look, has time, goes downfield, double coverage, and it is thrown out of bounds. No one had a chance on that one. Kason Hayes, the intended receiver. Excuse me. Now that's Braylon. I got to get my 12 and 13 figured out here pretty quick. That was Braylon Chandler, the intended receiver.
First game, Chris.
4th down and 12. I'm looking through the bars. I'm taking the option of sitting down.
Yeah,
and,
it's kind of a weird deal because where we're sitting, there's bars out in front of us, and if you sit straight up, you don't see anything. You just see the top of the bar, and so then you got to duck down and look in between them.
I have visited Gels. And it looks like
that's
looks like we're looking right through bars.
That's an awful view.
Yes, it is.
That's what the inside.
That's what it would. Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
No. 'Trying to figure out what we got here. 4th down and 12. There was a flag, but they were going to wave that one off. So Guthrie needs just in front of the 23 to keep this drive going. It started at the 45-yard line, so Guthrie has got a few yards here.
12 or 13 yards.
Dalen pumps. Double coverage. Skyler not on the same path there. Falls incomplete. Guthrie will turn it over on downs. Scott Mick, I think you might know this guy. Rob Hudson, the Honorable Robert L. Hudson. 38th year keeping stats for Guthrie since 1988. Robin Roof brought him in.
Yep.
And here he is still to this day, and he has all the stats you could ever want, and he does a great job of getting these stats and numbers back to the coaches, and it's still by pencil, by paper. And he's one of the, not only a great statistician, keeps stats, but one of the greatest people on this earth.
Absolutely. Love the judge. Hey, I got to tell you a story about him. So him and Michoud ride to football games together now. And so I was talking to him at Coach Michoud's retirement party. He's like, man.
Does he get a word in?
Well, yeah, he does. But at night, he lets Michoud drive the pickup so he can do the stats on the way home.
Well, he's definitely helped out our crew as well.
Well, he said Michoud sometimes, it's like, Rick, you're going to hit something. Or, I said, Coach, I said, Rob, you do realize he has night blindness. He doesn't drive. Like, you're putting your life in your own hands there, buddy. I said, you might just want to wait till you get home to add those up.
Appreciate our production crew able to find the Honorable Rob Hudson. Many people know him in town as Rob. So
yeah, great man.
Mary Hudson, longtime tennis coach in Guthrie as well. Great family, and this is a big-time run. There is a flag. This one's coming back, and this would have been a 65-yard touchdown. However, this one is coming back.
Yeah, I think there's a little extracurricular, maybe something behind the ball. They had that blocked up really well on the perimeter, got us sealed off, and had a good crease. And then I think something we'll know on the replay, maybe we'll catch it. But I think I saw something back behind the line of scrimmage that the referee didn't like, and that one will be coming back.
Back judge definitely threw that flag. He waved it. He threw that sucker in there pretty darn good.
No, he saw it. I mean, sometimes they drop them, but he threw it.
He sure did.
So he was convinced he saw something.
It happened at the 35, which is right at the line of scrimmage. All of our replays this year brought to you by our good friends at Sonic I-35 and Highway 33. Brian Billings has been so good to our production, but has been good to Guthrie Public Schools. Sonic donates $7,000 every year to one of the schools, elementary schools. They rotate that money to all the schools, and they do a great job with drinks to teachers. And so Sonic I-35 and Highway 33, they give back to Guthrie, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe probably some of that money that they're giving back to Guthrie Public Schools is probably from the supersonic cheeseburgers and the cheddar bites I like to get from
I had it
there.
for lunch today. Let's see if we can find out where this came in. Right there, number 9, I think Rowan, maybe?
I think it's right here. I think it's 69 comes in and cleans up. It's right there.
Okay.
He comes
back
in and
at
cleans.
the 35.
Yeah, but he cleans up 9. Kind of, away from the football. You don't need to take that shot.
We don't have our telestrator with us tonight. Yeah, we don't have it tonight, but it happened at the 35, and I think if we might be able to get it after this play to show you exactly what the officials look because they're looking at a play just like that.
Yeah, they just behind the football. Just if the ball's in front of you, stop.
Yeah,
just the dude's not going to make the play at that point. Don't go in and take that extra shot on somebody.
Back to the 25-yard line. Tackle at 30, a 5-yard pickup. Yeah, let's take a look at this replay of this hold. It's going to be at the 35-yard line, Coach.
Yeah, just watch number 9, which is our inside linebacker. He rips right there. Now he comes back right at the 35, and he's looking the other way, and the kid comes in and cleans him up. I mean, is it the most egregious thing I've ever seen? Absolutely not. But there's no need for it. And that's the kind of stuff that they watch with kids now in football games.
Nice play there by the linebacker. Ron McCone has no pickup right back to the line of scrimmage. Nice play there by number 9, the linebacker, 2-year starter for Coach Kelly Beebe, 228. There's a good look at the eyes of number 9.
Yeah, he's not scared of it. I mean, he'll fight
a wrestler.
You. He's a wrestler. They're tough kids. He's not going to back down from you. You take a cheap shot at him, he's going to get right back up and come back at you.
If you're a linebacker at Guthrie High School,
if you got a shark fin on, you're tough.
Yes.
There's only guys that get to wear the shark fin is the 2 starting linebackers, and if you've got one of them on, you're tough.
Who's the first guy you think of in college football ever with shark fin?
Oh, the only guy.
Lehman and Kalmus.
Lehman, they were good.
Yeah,
but it wasn't a shark fin. But the guy I always thought of with that fin sticking out was Brian Cox with the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
Like he wore that, and it was just kind of it wasn't a fin. It was just like a square kind of plate that stuck out the back of his pads, and he'd come up and light you up.
We'll keep it here. Timeout taken down on the field. 1:55 left. Stay tuned. Golden Chick halftime show. Wild scores around the state of Oklahoma. Brought to you by good friends at South Point Baptist Church. Take a look at the scoring summary by John Vance Motor Group. Highlights of the game. Brought to you by Companion Hospice once again this year. All coming up on the Golden Chick halftime show. Big thank you to all of our great sponsors again. And they have all come back again. There's a good shot at Richardson Family Stadium. $18 million facility. That's a good part of it there, but the big chunk of $18 million is the end zone building, the locker room and the weight room and everything else.
It's an impressive facility. I haven't got to go in it, but from the outside, it's an impressive facility.
3rd down and 15 for the Tigers. Trips to the bottom of the formation. Jackson, a little bit of pressure. That ball's floated up in the air, and luckily that one is not intercepted. Darion was fighting, trying the receiver kind of became a defensive back there to keep Darion from intercepting that one.
Yeah, and that's also a good job of Darion. Sometimes you go in there and you get tangled up, and then all of a sudden you get a flag thrown on you for pass interference when it's kind of a jump ball. So he did a good job right there of just not letting the kid catch it and also not interfering and getting a bad penalty on a 3rd and long situation. So that was a good job right there by him.
4th down, 15. Tuttle Tigers back to punt from their own 20-yard line. Cody Carlock back deep. Would return to punt if it was there. To the right. There we go. Guthrie will take over 1st down and 10. Minute 42 left here in this first half.
47-yard line, Chris. They're minus 47.
Minus 47. Well, Coach Mick, you do got 2 timeouts in this first half. Still got a minute 42. Plenty of time to try to find some type of momentum before you go into the locker room. Obviously, you want points to really feel a little bit better about yourself, but a couple first downs would be positive here. Also, if you can't do that, it takes Tuttle's offensive chances back on the field as well, as we have an injured Blue Jay player just off to the screen onto the right side. Can't quite get a number. Rowan McComb, we're being told, is the injured Blue Jay down at the 13-yard line. We were just talking about number 9.
Tough kid.
No doubt. Rowan has battled some injuries throughout his career, both on the gridiron and on the mat.
When you throw your body around the way he throws his body around, he's not scared to stick his head in there. And he's a tough kid. He's back on his feet. And
I do want to update everybody. The big game in the state of Oklahoma, the number 1 game via the high school huddle, Bixby and Owasso. Bixby at halftime leads the Owasso Rams 21-14. Broken Arrow shutting out Harbor 28-0. Some of the scores that we'll talk about during the Golden Chick halftime show. Hopefully Rowan can sit out the next minute 42, let the offense take over. That gives him the entire halftime to shake off that injury. First down 10 for the Blue Jays from their own 47-yard line. Dalen, high pass, caught. Jackson in the Tuttle territory. First down and a little bit more. 11-yard pickup out to the 42-yard line.
It's a good little design right there. You roll out to the right, throw the tight end screen back to the left, and go get you a first down. A little misdirection. Make sure they're paying attention back over there. Move the chains.
Gabe Jackson, a junior. Clock running.
Made a lot of plays defensively last year.
Sure did.
A lot of plays defensively.
Like many players from last year, having to come into new roles and more important roles.
Right.
Double duty sometimes.
Yeah.
Dalen all day to throw. Has the arm and overshoots everybody. 2 Tuttle defenders and Darion. A little too much on that one by Dalen. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Got plenty of time left.
Yeah, I like that first down play. Go for it all.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario. Well,
take a shot.
Incomplete.
What you gotta make sure you do is you gotta protect your quarterback right here, and what you can't have is another turnover.
Second down play. Darion wide open at the 30, at the 25, and down at the 20-yard line. 22-yard pass and catch for the Blue Jays. First down.
Nice little play right there. Give them a run look. Throw the quick slant off of it. Little RPO action.
Had that one earlier. Dalen and Darion get on the same page on this one.
Yeah, I don't know that that's. I don't know that we're reading run or pass right there. It's just got that look, little play pass or a little RPO.
And Muhammad hit behind the line of scrimmage again, this time for a 5-yard loss back to the 25. Guthrie does have a couple timeouts to work with, and there's the first one.
Judging from the reaction I just saw off Coach Rice, I think we got mixed up on what we were actually, what we called and what we ran.
Yeah.
So, week 0.
There you see a beautiful sunset here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. Richardson Family Stadium. There we are on the, I guess that would be your left side. We're kind of waving our hands in the air like we just don't care. That's where we are tonight. The air conditioning was too cold in there today. So I think I'd rather be outside tonight. It's a beautiful night here. We get a little bit more room out here. And, again, a big thank you to our friends in Tuttle.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this isn't a bad spot to be in. I mean,
it's a great spot.
You're not on the old top of the old doghouse and the old Woolfield doghouse in
Hera.
Yeah,
that's funny. We got in trouble, Porter and I, back in the radio days, and that's how we describe. It's what it was.
It was a doghouse.
Look who that is.
Oh, my goodness.
Kentrell Brothers. Congratulations to Kentrell Brothers. He will be inducted into the Guthrie High School Hall of Fame this year. The lone member this year.
Anybody more deserving than that kid right there?
No doubt. And the pass is incomplete. Kentrell Brothers, 4 years in the NFL. He knows a camera or two. Blue Jay legend. I always ask Coach Gary Rose-Carlbert, the one player that you just had nightmares of the night before.
Yeah.
He didn't hesitate. Kentrell Brothers.
Absolutely. Yeah, good football player, played offense, defense, special teams, didn't come off the field, took care of his business in the classroom. My favorite Kentrell story still is when they played OSU in the bowl game when he was at Missouri.
Yeah.
And he hit the kid right in front of Gundy. And then Gundy says something to Gundy. Gundy says something back.
Yeah, as we resume action here, it was Dalen near side, caught at the 20. Down in around the 19-18-yard line. Pass brought in by Kason Hayes. There's another timeout. Perfect timing for us to get that. Pickup of about 6 yards.
So do you know the rest of the story?
Oh, good. I do, but you finish it.
Okay,
yeah.
so he tackles this kid right in front of Gundy. Makes a great play, tackles the kid out of bounds. Jumps up, says something to Gundy, pats him on the butt. Gundy says something back to him. Kentrell kind of laughing, runs off the sideline. So afterwards he gets back home after that bowl game, get back to Guthrie. He said, Kentrell, what'd you say to Gundy? He said, I just got up and said you should have gave me a scholarship.
Absolutely.
I said, what did he say to you? Yes, sir, I should have.
Well, I think good things happen on purpose. Kentrell went to Missouri and led the SEC in tackles his senior year, and he had a great career at Missouri. And, the rule is with the Guthrie High School Hall of Fame, you have to wait at least 15 years, and guess how many years it's been? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
15 years.
15 years.
It's hard to believe that it's been 15 years since Kenny B was at Guthrie.
Unbelievable.
You know what that makes me, Chris?
Well, you're already old. Yeah, so now
it makes me old, Chubbo. Now you're telling my age, dude.
I think Kentrell, another thing that sticks out, had a great game at Duncan, and they're like, how fast is Kentrell? I said, I don't know how fast he is. I just know he outran the entire Carl Albert secondary.
You know how fast Kentrell is? He's as fast as he needs to be.
That's exactly right.
There's two kids that have played at Guthrie that were as fast as they needed to be. One of them was Kentrell Brothers, and the other one was Josh Chappell.
4th down and 9 for Guthrie. 4 receivers, top of the formation, tight end on the right. Dalen inside, caught the 15 and needed the 10-yard line. Second effort is going to be just a little shy at the 11-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards. And it's going to be 1 yard shy with 23 seconds left in the half. Kind of the story of this first half for Guthrie. Had a good play there, but a yard shy, and now Tuttle more than likely will take a knee or something, run it up the middle to get us into halftime.
Kentrell, going back to Kentrell when he used to come to the weight room every day. About 3 days a week, he would walk in there, and as he walked into the weight room, he would flip me one of those Reese's big cups. You know what I'm talking about? The giant peanut butter.
The big ones?
Yeah. I mean,
the 4-pack, not the 2-pack.
No. I'm talking about the big single
the big
Reese's
ones.
peanut butter.
Gotcha.
I don't even know where he got them. They weren't in a vending machine, but he'd come in and flip me one of those about 3 or 4 days a week. Well, what's this for, Kentrell? You like them. Well, thank you, sir.
Guthrie Tuttle headed to the locker rooms. Tuttle Tigers lead this one 28-0. Take a timeout. Get set for the Golden Jake halftime show. Blue Jays going to try to make some adjustments and try to get something going in the second half, trying to make this a ball game. Timeout from Richardson Family Stadium on the campus of Tuttle, Oklahoma. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Countless people in the community that have been coming to Strive as clients are seeing real changes in their lives for the better.
We're all about getting to the root cause of your health issues. We're proactive instead of reactive. We have weight loss medications like semaglutide, tirzepatide, and lipomino skinny shots, IV hydration, infrared saunas, cold plunge, 4D massage chairs, and our newest technologies, the M-Cella chair for urinary incontinence and M-Sculpt Neo body contouring increases muscle by 25% and decreases fat by 30%. Check us out at strivewellnesslounge.com.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say in life, you gotta look for the rainbows. It's right here in our new Rainbow Slush, a delicious prism of lemonade, strawberries, and blue raspberry. Discover Flavorista favorites in the Sonic app.
You wanna live free?
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help assist you. Located at 2105 South Division Street, the Guthrie Tag Agency is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to noon on the first and last Saturday of the month. For more info, call 405-282-3873.
28-0 halftime score here. All scores, even during our game, brought to you by South Point Baptist Church as the Tuttle cheerleaders come out to the field. Golden Chick halftime show. Here in Tuttle, Oklahoma, Blue Jays down 28-0. Probably need to take our opening timeout. We're going to work on a few things here on our broadcast, and then when we come back, we'll dive fully into the Golden Chick halftime show. We're going to try to get some things figured out before the second half. So we'll take a timeout. Tuttle 28, Guthrie 0 at halftime. This is Blue Jay football.
This is Chicken for Chicken Fanatics, and this is how to get 4 tenders for $5. Lock in for real.
Interbank is proud to stand behind every athlete, every team, and every fan this season. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, friends, and fans. Whether it's personal or business banking, Interbank is proud to help our neighbors achieve their financial goals every day. Located just blocks from the Rock. Come and see us at 224 East Oklahoma or call us at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say in life, you gotta look for the rainbows. It's right here in our new Rainbow Slush, a delicious prism of lemonade, strawberries, and blue raspberry. Discover Flavorista favorites in the Sonic app.
You wanna live free?
Since 2002, S&T Oilfield Services has delivered trusted, family-owned expertise from Texas to Arkansas to Wyoming. With over 2 decades of experience, a spotless safety record, and certified professionals, we provide customized flowback solutions you can count on. From completion to production, we put reliability, safety, and your success first. Schedule service today at 580-799-4428 or visit satoilfieldservice.com.
I know John for a long time. I like the fact that I can drive into the Autoplex and I know I'm going to get greeted by a courteous salesperson that's really there to help me. Not to pressure me to buy a car, but to help me. I've sent a lot of people to John. They make you feel like they were very, very glad you bought a car from John Vance.
John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Richardson Family Stadium in Tuttle, Oklahoma. Tuttle Tigers lead this one 28-0. Welcome inside the Golden Chick halftime show. Tuttle on the very first play of scrimmage. A 60-yard touchdown pass to Lane. 11 seconds into the contest. Tuttle had a 7-0 lead. 3 punts in a row. Here's that touchdown pass here. Good coverage to about the last yard, the bottom right there. Lane over Darion. And there you have the first score right out of the chutes. And Tuttle got back on the scoreboard at the 3:16 mark. 8-play, 80-yard drive, 25-yard touchdown reception. Made it 14-0. Guthrie turns it over with an interception. Tuttle took over at the 5-yard line. First play into the end zone. 21-0. All that in the first quarter. And then another score for Tuttle early in the second quarter at the 9-11 mark. Tuttle, 8-play, 73-yard drive, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Guthrie, after that scoring drive, fumbled the football. And then after that, Tuttle punt. Guthrie turnover on downs. Tuttle punt. Guthrie turnover on downs, and then the half in at that one for Guthrie. 28-0, that scoring summary. First half summary brought to you by John Vance Auto Group.
Now, let's talk about 3 of the 4 scoring drives for Tuttle.
Okay.
Drive number 1, big shot. You've been working on it all week. Everybody's amped up. You give them a run look. You throw it over the top of it. It's football.
Yep.
You use somebody's aggression against them. Right. Second drive, extended because of penalty on the defense. Third drive, short field on a turnover, 5 yards. Fourth drive, extended on a personal foul out of bounds where you're going to have a 4th and short coming up. So are they fixable? Yeah, absolutely. So, you try to find, as a coaching staff, that's what you're going to try to talk to your kids about. Listen, yes, they went down and drove 80 yards, but let's not forget we had a penalty on that drive that extended on a 3rd down that extended the drive. Gave them a 1st down to keep it going. And then, we had something bad. Ball popped up. Throw the ball pops up, or they strip it. I guess it was stripped on that one.
Yeah.
They strip it, doing something they're coached to do. Got to take better care of the football, gave them a short field. That kind of stuff happens. That last drive, hey, you made a great play on getting the kid wrestled up out of bounds, but we can't do that little bit extra at the end of it. Give them automatic 1st down right there.
28-0 is halftime score. Coach and I are going to take a timeout. Come back. We're going to take a look at some scores around the state of Oklahoma. A few surprising scores to discuss as well. We'll do that after this timeout. This is Blue Jay football on the Golden Chick halftime show.
Companion Healthcare is a top provider of home health, hospice, and private home care services in Oklahoma. If you've experienced an injury, illness, or hospital stay, then Companion Home Health can help you in your recovery with skilled nursing care and rehab therapies. The Companion Hospice team provides gentle care for the patient and meaningful support for the whole family. They are a Guthrie family-owned business with years of experience and trust, caring for the people in our own community. Loyal supporters of Guthrie Bluejays sports.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside.
That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Go Blue Jays!
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back, Scotty Boy.
Hi, Phil.
Chris gave me his headset. He said he's had enough of this. I don't know what that means. And just stormed off. No, I'm joking. Hey, we're here to do the South Point Baptist Church scoring board update. I'm going to jump into 6A action 1, 6A1 action. Scotty, Mustang over Choctaw 17-0. Moore taking it to Westmore 37-0. Bishop Kelly up big over Southmore 37-0. Norman North up, Scotty Boy 17-3. Going into half, Edmond Santa Fe down. Edmond North taking it to Edmond Santa Fe right now 35-6. Edmond Memorial over Piedmont 22-15. That's at a half. Broken Arrow 28, Harbor 0. Deer Creek beating Sand Springs right now 21-7. Bixby and Owasso, the big game over on the east side. Bixby up 21-14. That's a half. Ponca City taking it to Enid right now 22-0. Sorry, Scotty Boy. That looks like the big, of course, last night, the big game. So many people watched and heard about it. Jinx, they jump out to a big lead, lose a heartbreaker. South Lake Carroll comes back second half, beats them 34-33.
5A football got Shawnee up on Elk City at halftime, 21-0. Bishop Kelly beating Southmore 37-0 at halftime. Broken Arrow McAllister, Phil, 14-7. Broken Arrow, or Broken Bow. Excuse me, not
Bow.
Broken Arrow. Broken Bow. 3:55 left. This says 3:55 left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Lawton and Lawton Ike 34-0. Lawton. Claremore is beating Salisaw 14-7. Putnam City North, Bishop McGuinness 59-0. Bishop McGuinness in the second quarter. This says Cash is over Noble 28-6 in the second quarter. Coweta up on Wagner 42-0.
Man.
Glenpool 8-0 over Nathan Hale.
Yeah.
And let's see, Sepulpa's up on Fort Gibson 20-0. Booker T and Collinsville.
Come on now.
Booker T 13, Collinsville 0 at the half.
Watch out, 5A.
Yeah.
Watch out, 5A.
Newcastle, Carl Albert. Carl Albert up 13-0 at halftime. Ada over Durant 12-7. Southwest Covenant is beating Classen 38-0. Guymond over Moreland 18-6.
Oh, come on, Guymond.
Elgin is beating Bethany 21-0. Yep. Duncan is beating Altus 21-0.
Good.
Edison Prep over Will Rogers 33-0. East Central, Tulsa Central, and U.S. Grant 26-0 Tulsa Central. Midwest City, El Reno. Midwest City 44, El Reno 28.
Yeah.
This says Tallahena and McAllister.
That was I think that was a JV.
Okay.
I believe that's
like Tallahena's varsity versus McAllister's
JV.
JV.
I believe that's correct.
Okay, 40-21 Tallahena. MacArthur and Weatherford, Lawton Mac and Weatherford. Weatherford 40, Lawton Mac 17.
Yeah, that game was played last night. You know, we talked a lot about that on the high school huddle on Wednesday night. We had a couple of our good friends, Ronnie, that informed us that Lawton Mac wasn't far from Carl Albert. I don't know if he was talking about drive time or score what, but they're still a ways away no matter what you're talking about.
No, it's just right down.
Right down either.
Right down 44.
Right down 44.
It's not far.
That's right. Scott, I'm going to jump back up some 6A2 action. We talked about some of those, of course, before, but 6A2, let's see. We talked about the Choctaw Mustang game. Of course, Mustang winning that right now. Bishop McGuinness big over Putnam City North. Bartlesville. New head football coach in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. They're happy in Bartlesville right now, up 36-7 over Skytook. Let me see here. Stillwater, this is an interesting one. Stillwater's playing Fayetteville, 7A Fayetteville.
The Purple Dogs.
The Purple Dogs. Stillwater winning right now, 14-3. Keep an eye on that one, 6A2 guys. Putnam City, UConn's beating Putnam City right now. And that is it for 6A2 action. Let me jump down here, Scotty, real quick. This 4A. Okay, we'll do 4A real quick here. Stillwell over Miami, 36-0. Cushing, this is a little closer than I thought. Cushing, a lot of people consider them a real contender in 4A this year, but Cushing's up 14-6 at the half over Berryhill. Shawnee winning big over Elk City, 21-0 at the half. I think you caught the rest of them, my friend.
Yeah, I think between 5A, 4A, there's a lot of 5A, 4A matchups this week.
Not a lot of 0-week cats. I think we're going to jump into another break. We'll see you right back after this break.
At Hayes Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families and community and have committed to providing you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Honoring your loved one is our top priority, and part of that is assisting you to help deal with the grief during difficult times. Everyone's needs are different, and for that reason, families can entrust their loved one's wishes to our family. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Visit them online today at hayesfh.com.
You spoke. Chuck Hall listened. In the state Senate, Chuck Hall is delivering real conservative results. He cuts taxes, invested in our schools, and passed the toughest anti-illegal immigration law in the nation. Standing shoulder to shoulder with President Trump, Chuck Hall defends Oklahoma values: faith, freedom, family, and our way of life. Senator Chuck Hall, your voice, your values, your conservative fighter.
For over 17 years, Jason Reese at Reese Appliance Repair has been the trusted name in our community when it comes to keeping your home appliances running smoothly. From refrigerators and washers to dryers and stoves, Jason provides expert repair services without the high prices of big-name companies.
Hi, I'm Jason Reese.
And I'm Marsha Reese.
And this is our son, Brayson Reese, and we are the owners of Reese's Appliance Repair. Call us for all your appliance needs, 405-819-8293.
Welcome back. Tuttle, Oklahoma, 28-0 halftime score. Welcome back inside the Golden Chick halftime show as we, hit the wrong button, as we continue to strive off. There we go. First game. My bad. You guys were doing good. I sit down and start messing things up. 28-0 halftime scoreboard update as we continue to look at scores around the state of Oklahoma. Coach Mick, take a look at Class 3A football.
3A right now in the second quarter. Plainview beating Lone Grove 28-13. Marlow and Millwood, the Outlaws.
And a real programming note real quick, Millwood without their head coach and 5 players tonight, they're setting out pending an investigation. So not a good start for first-year head coach over there.
39-6.
There you go.
Marlow Outlaws.
Yeah, it was going to be tough sledding for Millwood to begin with, but then no coach and 5 players.
Yeah, that's not good for any football team. Cushing and Berryhill. Cushing's up 14-6 in the third. Panama and Stigler. Stigler beating Panama 29-21 at half. OCS and Community Christian 13-10. Lindsay and Purcell 16-0 at halftime. Purcell. Washington and Perkins.
That game's being played in Perkins tonight.
At halftime, 7-0 Washington.
Wow.
That sounds like a pretty good football game.
Sounds like a great game over there in Perkins, Oklahoma.
Seminole Northwest Class and Seminole all over them, 40-0 at half.
And with that, Seminole Coach Snyder, head coach at Seminole, 391 victories, a win tonight, 400 victories.
400 victories,
which is the best in Oklahoma high school football.
Yeah, absolutely. Who held that record? Was it still Bruce Hendrickson? Or has that one been beaten for a while?
It's been beaten for a while.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Poto and Metro Christian. Metro Christian up 20-7 at half. Bridge Creek over McLeod 14-7 at half. Mount St. Mary and Frisco Legacy Christian 27-27 at halftime. You got Jay and Locust Grove. Jay's up 33-6. Sequoia Claremore and Inola 28-12. Inola. North Rock Creek beating Tecumseh 29-0 at halftime. Veneta and Dewey 26-6 Veneta. Lincoln Christian and Jones, obviously, you guys went to that football game last night. Lincoln Christian pulling that off 25-13.
Those are your scores in Class 3A, brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. Take our final timeout here at halftime. Tuttle Tigers making their way on the field already. Guthrie starting to come out of the locker room right now. We're going to take a timeout, get set for second half action after this timeout. This is the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
I have brought you here today to beg you to call Red River Roofing. They have the best trained staff in the state. The Red River sales consultants are experts that make sure every single roof is 100% waterproof.
I appreciate all your hard work.
Please save your questions for the end. In closing, call Red River today for your free inspection.
I'm convinced.
Red River Roofing. Even the kid gets it.
I'm obsessed with the best, not a crave, won't rest. This spice hits bite with a crunch that's tight, lock in. Hey, give me that.
This is Chicken for Chicken Fanatics, and this is how to get 4 tenders for $5. Lock in for real.
Welcome back. Full moon. So the eclipse, a little bit of the eclipse last night. Over in Jones. It wasn't a full eclipse.
Wasn't a total eclipse of your heart.
Dadgone.
I beat you to it.
I usually beat you way before that. Dadgone. Didn't she recently pass this year too? I think she.
Don't say that.
I think, yeah. So it's been tough.
Been a rough week.
Yeah. Who's the third? You got Dolly Parton, Tim Curry.
Yeah, and there was another one.
Who was the third, Phil?
Somebody I didn't know.
Dolly Parton.
Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Titans fame.
Yeah.
We need to brighten this up a little bit here at halftime.
Well, that's a bright orange moon.
It is a bright orange moon. So if we're quick, just a good reminder, our good friends, if you want to check out the High School Huddle, it's a show we do every Wednesday night across the state. Not a Guthrie show, it's a statewide show, but we get to discuss all the things across the state of Oklahoma, including some of those scores and some of the players and coaches across the state. So 6 o'clock on our YouTube channel. You subscribe to Guthrie News page. We appreciate that. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button as well. But if you get a second, go over to High School Huddle. Subscribe to that, please. It's free. Hit the thumbs ups. And also this year we have debuted the High School Huddle softball show. That's Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. Of course, last year we brought on the Guthrie High School Huddle wrestling show as well. So expanded across the state in multiple stores in sports, but obviously football is king of Oklahoma. Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock with Phil, Ronnie, and myself.
So, catch up for brother. I saw somebody comment on, of course, Tony Wilson does the High School Huddle softball show with you, but somebody asked Tony, says, hey, you going to do baseball?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. So there's the full moon. Good shot there by our camera crew as we're await the second half. Guys, down 28-0, coming back, likely not great, although you would say that at halftime against the Jinx, South Lake Carroll. But what are some of the things looking for Guthrie in the second half?
Clean up penalties, no more turnovers, put together confidence drives. Like we had a little bit going there, we just couldn't finish them off there towards the end of the second quarter with the offense. But they've Coach Rice, I feel like he's called a good game. We just got to clean some things up. He's been creative. He's taken trick play. He's thrown a couple of screens. He's done some misdirection stuff. You got to catch early. You have a couple of drops. You just got to do something to build confidence. You got to do something to build confidence, and you got to clean the stuff up you can control.
And I would add, guys, just for the Blue Jay faithful, it's 0 week. Don't anybody hit the panic button. You know, I mean, these kids got a lot of first. You know, and I heard you say this earlier, Scotty, a lot of first-time starters, first-time experience. But, you know, don't forget this. This is a really good Tuttle football team also.
Yeah, I mean.
Hope you enjoyed the Golden Jake halftime show as we get the S&T Oilfield Services another kickoff out of bounds as we get set for second half action. Remember, Guthrie deferred and we'll get the football to begin the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember my first experience as a sophomore at Enid High School, Phil, and you can probably remember the first time you ever played football. I had to tackle a kid named Tyrell Peters. Remember that name from OU? Yeah, hit him as hard as I could hit him about 2 yards deep in the hole, and he took a step back and broke it for 80.
Yeah.
And it was like, what just hit me? You know what I mean? So
if you ever played the game and you played it at any level at all in high school, you've had those moments. I mean, everybody's experienced what these guys are experiencing, except for maybe the Elgin seniors last year and a couple of Carl Albert teams, but everybody else has felt what they're feeling right now.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Blue Jays. Dalen Rice will take the shotgun snap, a little misdirection, handoff over on the left side. Guthrie may have lost a yard back to the 34. Second down 11 upcoming.
You know, Scotty, one thing that, you know, and you touched on this, you know, I think it's so important that these kids, number one, keep competing, right? You've got to keep playing. You're going to find out, I think, in games like this, who your leaders are. You know, how do kids react when things aren't going their way? Usually, as you know, coaching all the, gosh, no, and I don't even know how many games you've coached, but leaders expose themselves in moments like this, and sometimes they're kids you didn't think they were leaders.
No, absolutely. You get those kids that you thought, well, you know, this kid's a pretty good player, and then all of a sudden they turn out to be a great player and a great leader. And, you know, those guys that have to emerge and become leaders, and then you've got those guys that have to come in and step in and follow them. You know, I mean, everybody's got a job on a football team. What you got to do is you got to identify what's my job, and you got to do your job. And then everybody else is, you know, that's how that deal works. It's not a one-man effort or show, you know.
Back-to-back running plays for Colin Walters. No pickup on either one of those. Third down and 10. And you guys mentioned, Coach Mick, how many games he had coached at Guthrie. As we get this third down play here. I'll follow up on that here in a second. Dalen has a man open. It's Darion Whitehorn out at midfield. 15-yard pickup for the first down. And the Jays will move the chains as take a look here on our replay brought to you by Sonic this year.
Good pass protection up front. Darion does a good job of finding a little hole in the zone, sits down. Dalen puts the ball where it's supposed to be. Got a first down. Got a little bit of momentum going.
Rafe Watkins coached 163 football games in Guthrie.
I was there for all those.
You were?
Yes, you were.
This is Kelly Beebe's 137th game that he's coaching Guthrie. That's the second most games coached in Guthrie. Right now, Reagan Roof, he's coaching Kingfisher. And Tanner Roof is coaching OCS. But Robin Roof coached 100 games. As we have another handoff here, Jackson there we go. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's a crazy.
Colin Walters.
Here's a crazy stat
pick
for
up
you.
there.
So Rick Michoud, I think, was involved in all of Robin Roof's games, all of Rafe Watkins' games, and most of Kelly Beebe's games,
and Rob Hudson. Those are the two.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And also, Ricky had been there for all of Ty Prestige's games.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Excuse me, Hall of Famer,
Rick Michoud.
That's right.
Loss of 1, second down and 11. Jackson, the halfback on the right side, low snap. Dalen able to field it though. He's a baseball player. Comes to the near side, wide open is Darion. It makes a move at the 35, down at the 33, and a pickup of 18 yards. And the Blue Jays will move the chains for the second time.
That's a good job right there by Dalen, not panicking, get a low snap. You know, like you said, he's a baseball player. He's used to fielding ground balls. Pick it up, find your guy. Darion runs a good route, throw it and catch it.
Well, what I love about our QB1, you see the pass right here, the Sonic replay, but putting it right on the spot. But the thing about the young man is he's never too high, he's never too low. Right. He's just a great kid. He came up selling some Blue Jay cards here a week or so ago, Chris, and man, he's one of those young kids you just enjoy talking to.
No doubt. Big play here by Darion, the best run play of the night for Guthrie. And they've come out of the locker room offensively looking good as Darion picks up 13 yards, and the Blue Jays have their third first down on the drive.
You know, Scotty, a lot of time we talk about how they've come out firing a little bit harder. You know, this is where you see that pride. You know, you talk about, you know, and part of being a program and culture and things like this. We may be down big right now, but we're going to go compete. You know, that's what you want to see. You want to see kids get out there and continue to play hard.
Listen, at some point you're going to get beat. Somebody's going to be better than you. Somebody's just going to be better than you. But are you going to fight it and try to make yourself a better football team? Or are you just going to go, well, we can't win this one, so let's just go get on the bus and eat our sandwich and go home and try again next week? And what I like about, historically Guthrie teams, if you get them down, they're going to continue to get better and better and better. Yeah. And if you play them in week 0, you don't want to see them again week 11.
Right.
There you see Dalen Rice after Muhammad picked up a couple yards to the 18. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Could he look any more like his dad if he had to? That's what I'm sitting there looking at him.
It's like his dad's body with his mom's face.
That's right. The same man, just the way he stands, everything.
Dalen looks into the end zone, back of the end zone, and it is caught but out of bounds.
Man.
Out of the back of the end zone, and Dalen put that right on the spot for Scammon, who came down with it, but just unable to get a foot down. And it falls incomplete, and it will be 3rd down and 8.
One thing I've noticed, too, about tonight, you go back to last year's game here, and, boy, everything seemed out of no timing. Everything was just – it was hard to watch. And, boy, I tell you, that was good effort there. But we haven't seen that tonight. The scoreboard isn't where we want it, but, like QB1, he's standing in there. He looks like he's in control. He's not panicking. He's just running the offense. So those are good signs.
Well, the other thing you're seeing is, and I've been pleasantly surprised by this, he's standing back there throwing a football, and you haven't seen people in his face. Right. For week 0 for an offensive line to be able to pass protect as well as they have. Now, I don't know how exotic Tuttle's being up front right now because I haven't really been watching it. But you got guys that are going one-on-one with guys that are picking up blitzers off the edge. They've sent the drop a couple of times, and they've given him time to throw. He's not back there running for his life.
With 4 new starters on the offensive line. I mean, that's what makes it real impressive. I agree. There are good things about tonight that we're seeing, right?
4th down and 6 for Guthrie. Got to get near the 10-yard line. Dalen pass caught by Darion right at the 10-yard line, right where Guthrie needs it. And they'll have it 1st and goal. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but Darion comes down with it, and that's the 4th first down. This drive started at the Guthrie 35.
Good little momentum drive right here. Hey, this is a good job right here. Dalen just improvising, and the kid breaks on the football. But that's a great job of Darion with concentration to go ahead and make that catch. He's made two catches in the second half of this football game that were tougher than anything in the first half.
Play action down the middle. I think they call that wide hot. I'm not sure, but then Coach Mick will have a touchdown. Blue Jays. They're on the scoreboard for the first time this year. Brewer on the board for the Jays.
That's a big time deal right there, Chris and Scotty. Just for the kids' confidence, right? I mean, you can build on these kind of things. And, the thing about athletics, as we all know, is it's about building character. It's about overcoming adversity. All the things that they're going to carry through life. And I love seeing these kind of situations because kids just getting better, getting better.
And, we've talked about it before, and you've sat here and watched it for as long as I have, Phil. Usually Guthrie kids don't quit.
Right.
Extra point up and good. Brought to you by Strive Wellness Lounge. Blue Jays on the board. Down 21, 28-7. Taking time out. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Founded in 2009, Terra Insure Group exists to serve the residents of Guthrie and the surrounding communities by delivering quality insurance coverage at the fairest possible rate. TIG isn't captive to one single carrier. The staff at Terra Insure Group, Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, Lisa Engel, Sarah Bowling, and Libby Wano, offer over 100 years of combined insurance experience. Call 405-293-4880 or visit them online at tigok.com.
Do you need to register that brand new car? Be sure to stop in at Guthrie Tag Agency. Need a tag renewal? The Guthrie Tag Agency can help you stay up to date. If you need to update your driver's license or obtain a real ID, let the Guthrie Tag Agency help assist you. Located at 2105 South Division Street, the Guthrie Tag Agency is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to noon on the first and last Saturday of the month. For more info, call 405-282-3873.
Blue Jays on the scoreboard for the first time here in the 2026 football season. As we check it out here on the scoring summary, Dalen Rice to Brewer, 10 yards out. Blue Jays go on 11-play, 65-yard drive, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm not sure. I don't care if it's week 0 or week 12. That is an impressive drive for Guthrie. Got it done in the air and on the ground as we get set for the S&T Oilfield Services kickoff. That's a great job of Guthrie coming out of that locker room with some momentum, down 4 touchdowns, as this one is kicked off and fielded at the 26-yard line. Big hit, and Tuttle will have it at the 35-yard line. Skylar Scammon, Bluejays with the hit.
Guess who? He's not scared to hit you.
I tell you, that kid's going to play somewhere next year on Saturday, Scott. He wants to, because he's a physical kid. He's a long kid. You know, I mean, there'll be players out. There'll be places out there that want a little bit of him.
Yeah.
Do have a Mercy Health report. Rowan McComb will not be playing in the second half. All injury updates and reports are brought to you by Mercy Logan County. Now we'll see how the Tigers respond to the scoring drive. Their first offensive drive here in the second half. Pistol formation, a formation that Tuttle ran quite a bit in that first half. They'll go in the air like they did the first play of the first half. Second one, this one's a little bit shorter. Pick up a 2 at the 39.
Scott, did you or Chris pick up on who's taken Nine's position on defense?
You know, Phil, I haven't. Nine's
back out there
on the field.
Saying, yeah.
We were told.
So maybe.
I think it's it's got to be somebody else.
Okay,
maybe
so
that's not Nine. So
we got some information down there that was not correct. So Rowan McComb is in it. So that's good news for Guthrie.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is great news to have number 9 down on the field. So
unless somebody else is playing with 9 on.
That's correct.
It looks like Rowan's mannerisms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is good news for this Guthrie defense. Rowan right in the middle of that defense. Lane, the injured Tuttle Tiger, Jordan Lane, who had the 60-yard touchdown play on play number 1 of the year. That is definitely Rowan McComb. So great news there. So we will update our Mercy Health report.
Sorry, Mom and Dad, if we got you nervous.
Ball at the 39. The officer got back there, kind of allowed the defenders to come up and help after a 1-yard pickup. A good job there, number 7, Dominic Officer.
Yeah, you'd like to see the stop in the backfield, but Scotty, it disrupts the whole play when you get somebody back there, gets penetration, like Chris said, allows these other kids to flow to the ball and make a good play. So that's a good job overall by the defense right there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, we've made a little bit of adjustment, at least that last snap. We were in an even front instead of an odd front. And kind of giving them a different look.
3rd and 7.
The traditional Okie.
Pass down the middle, wide open, and this is going to be a busted coverage, and the Tuttle Tigers back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that one was just communication in the secondary. Somebody checked something to somebody that they thought was behind them who wasn't there, and that's a tough one.
The second 60-yard touchdown reception for the Tuttle Tigers, and catching that one wide open was number 8. And Tuttle responds as we set for the Stripe Wellness Lounge PAT. Three-play drive. Tiger trying to go back up 4 scores again. Extra point up, and it is good. 35-7 your new score. Blue Jay offense coming back onto the field after this timeout. Blue Jay football brought to you by F&M Bank.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
35-7. We can't update you on the Mercy Health report now, a little bit more deeper with that. Let's go to Sean Silvis with that Mercy Health report.
Yeah, it looks like number 4, Braden Smith, came in with his arm kind of wrapped up. Looks like they've got his shoulder pads off, and he's not going to go back in for the rest of the game until they can get a better look at that when they get home.
Appreciate that. I've got 25 messages telling me they need more Sean Silvas. I promise you he will be back next week with us on the microphone. In fact, you can get the microphone up here now as the kickoff goes into the end zone. Unreturnable in Oklahoma high school football. Kickoff brought to you by S&T Oilfield Services.
Sean comes in. This is our 4th year with Sean? 3rd year. 4th year? 3rd year. Gets me fired. He's got this velvet-lead voice. Still has the perfect beard, and now you got a fan club harassing. How many people asked for more Phil?
I had 2 people say turn you up.
Oh, boy.
Phil, I know one in particular.
Real quick, all the facts. 18 said turn you down.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, Go ahead, Sean.
So
which that balances out.
That's a net loss of 16. Sean, do your math.
I just rounded up, Phil.
I appreciate you.
Blue Jays take over at the 20-yard line. Nice drive previously. See what happens here on this drive. Get some things going here. Muhammad up the middle. Looked good for a moment. Quickly collapsed there. 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, backside linebacker right there. We just didn't get off that double to the backside. You get that block taken care of. I mean, that's one of those things that's going to come. You watch it film on him. You say, hey, we got to get off that double, get that backside linebacker, get eyes on him, and that play springs for 7-8 yards before you get into the secondary.
2-yard pickup. Again, big thank you to Saint Zievert taking over the main camera in game number 1.
He's already earned his card?
Absolutely.
Huh. So I'm below him now? Jeez, creaming.
A little handoff up the middle, going backwards. Muhammad just had a hard time going. Nothing against him, just a hard time. Maybe 1 yard at most.
I knew Zane was going to be okay tonight, Chris. When I first met him, I shook his hand, and I tried to initiate him like I do all the new people. And he just grinned, and that grin told me, I know what you're doing.
Blue Jays will be back home next week for the first time of the season with the Elgin Owls. That will be interesting to see Elgin inside Jelsma. I believe that will be the first varsity matchup between these 2 programs. Remember, Guthrie went to Elgin a couple of years in a first-round playoff game and won that contest. Dalen Rice passed through the hands of Scammon. So Tuttle and Elgin played in last year's 4A state championship game. So Guthrie's getting a look at 2 quality 4A programs to begin the season. And then, Tuttle and Elgin will also rematch. Elgin making their way up to Class 5A this year. Tuttle stays in 4A, and they said, you know what? We've had some good state championship games in the last 2 years. Let's make it a regular season game, and they'll be playing here in a few weeks as well. Tuttle plays next week on Thursday night.
I love that, and of course Tuttle's got Newcastle and Elgin the next 2 ball games, and I heard you talking about it earlier, but I love those kind of non-district schedules where they go out and get quality teams to make their kids better. It's just smart football.
Phil, I will tell you that I'm sitting here looking at comments on the YouTube post. Lindsey Silvas.
Yeah. Excuse me, the CEO.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. I requested more Phil.
Oh, thank you, Lindsey. Check
now, hold on. Let me read the second line.
Oh, boy.
She said, guess I should have put in a request for more Sean.
I love her so much.
So you got requested before me.
Oh, goodness.
Dalen Rice. This one, Dalen's had 2 tremendous punts. This one, not so great. It'll go out of bounds somewhere around the 30-yard line. Tuttle will have great field position here. Just kick that one off the side. It happens from time to time, but
Scotty, you read that from the CEO. Sean's first year, I go home after the first broadcast, and for 5 minutes, all I heard was my wife say, "Sean's so good. He does such a good job. He's so good on the camera, and his voice. It's like he's done it." I said, "I get it. You like Sean."
Yeah, not. Hey, honey, you did a good job on it. Yeah.
Nothing for me.
Yeah, no.
Phil, I think our wives get tired of hearing us talk.
I think you're right. We both married.
My wife doesn't.
We both married very strong blonde hair.
Ball's fumbled. Tuttle fumbles it on first down, but they get it.
Guthrie got that
to the
football.
Right. Yeah, Guthrie says they haven't. It looked like they had it as well. They do. And Tuttle turns it over for the first time. Guthrie had 2 in the first half, and now Tuttle turns it over for the first time. Looked like Was it number 20, Muhammad? Was he playing defense?
Nope, that was number 40.
40, okay.
Joey Gilliam.
Yes.
Sophomore.
He played varsity, played on the baseball team as a freshman, and now we see him on the sophomore on the defensive side there. And Guthrie would take over at the 30-yard line. Here's a replay of that one.
Yeah, ball came out. I don't know who stripped it.
34.
Looks like 34 got the strip. And 40 right there doing a great job of cleaning that up.
That's awesome.
It's good to get one for us.
Well, and again, one of these young kids hasn't been on Friday nights. You never know what that does for a kid's confidence. That can carry him through and really step his game up even more.
Absolutely.
Rice throws and drops. Gammon upset with himself. He knows he should have had that one. When he got 5, maybe up to 7 yards. However, it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that ball's just kind of, I don't know if that was the 2-1. I mean, they had a kind of
Same
weird crossing.
area,
Weird crossing route right there. But
in fact, Darion may have taken the vision off from Scammon from
Right.
bringing that one in. 2nd down and 10. Dalen slaps the hands. Small pickup here, if anything, at the 31. Pickup of 1. 3rd down and 9 for the Jays. Nice drive over here. Again, a big thank you to John Vance Auto Group, who supplies the passenger van for us for every away game. I'll have to fill that thing up for the trip down in Durant.
4 or 5 times, probably.
Are we leaving tomorrow for Durant? We playing, what, week 9?
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
Chris, it's not that far.
Oh, I've been there.
I know,
Scott, I know you're new to this, but you got to act like we're really sacrificing. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know, but
Well, hold on. 3rd down and 9. Dalen, pass, far side. You drive you drive to Montana.
He drives 19,000 miles.
Coming from the guy that drove in from Canada last night.
Yeah, I drive to McDonald's.
yeah, that's what my family.
McAllister's is a long way from Guthrie.
Since I started the new job or whatever that I started a few years ago, that's what my family says all the time. They'll say, "Where are we going?" I'm like, "Oh, it's only 3.5 hour drive." They're like, "What are you talking about? It's only 3.5 hours." I'm like, "Dude, I can do 3.5 hours stand on my head. Like that's not. We're just getting started. I mean, when you drive 1,000 miles one way to beautiful Dickinson, North Dakota, you know that little drive to Durant's like going to Walmart.
It hit me. I was like, well, we drove an hour to Tuttle. We'll drive, over to Bethany.
Yep.
But when you go 3.5 hours, I mean, it does stick out. Or not 3.5, about 3 hours.
The night.
Exit 31 in Carter County. Another hour off the highway. Go past a nice little golf course.
Yeah.
Nice little lake down in the area as well.
Chris just blew right over my request to spend the night. Did you notice that?
Well, I mean,
let me rephrase this. I'm spending the night.
Yeah, I mean, so you're a grown man, Phil. Like, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Tuttle Tigers will take over at the 37-yard line.
I may stay the night, too, because week 9 – is it week 9, Chris?
Yes. I think that's right.
That's deer season down there in southern Oklahoma. So –
there you go.
Not because I want to hunt deer, just because I don't want to hit one on the way home.
No doubt.
Handoff here. Tigers will run it up to about the 43-yard line. 4A, a little bit different this year. Elgin up to 5A. Tuttle, a good program. Not quite to the level where they were last year. They were state champions, so it's going to be hard to do that. So 4A looks a little bit different this year, but still year in, year out, one of the most competitive classes when you look at the top 10, 12, 15 schools.
Well, I mean,
Broken Bow, arguably.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many good quality programs in 4A. And obviously, like you said, it takes a hit with Elgin going up, but, man, they're still right up there with the best classifications in all the football.
2nd down and 4 play. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Tuttle Tigers, who had a 28-0 lead at halftime. Both teams with a touchdown here in quarter number 3. Score a year ago, 38-13, so very similar feel of last year. Now Tuttle will return next year to Guthrie as we play 2 years in a row here in Tuttle. Downfield again, Lane again, caught again, and tackled inside the 20-yard line. Jordan and Jalen Lane, number 1 and number 2, moved in here a couple of years ago, and they are very talented.
Yeah, they're talented kids. And You know, we were just talking about Broken Bow, Chris. I just pulled it up here on the old cellular device. Broken Bow taking her to McAllister right now, 24-7. 24-7. So 4A school beating up right now on a 5A school, which not that big. There's not big of a difference, but
39-yard pass and catch. Lane coming down with this one. As Tuttle will have it inside the Guthrie red zone. They're going to run with this one here. Couple Blue Jays not able to make a play. Rowan McCone will get 3 on the takedown at the 12-yard line. Pick up 6 yards, though.
It still sounds weird. 3 on the takedown. Still getting used to that.
Well, that might have been 5, Phil. He got some air on that one.
Was we freestyling?
Feet to back.
It was freestyling. Yeah, it's a lot of growing up right now tonight for the Blue Jays.
Talking about the $18 million facility, you just see it over to your left there, home of the Tigers. That's the facility in there. Phil was able to take a tour of that. Very nice. And we'll get this play in here real quick. On a 2nd down and 5 play, we kind of back up here in just a second. Handoff, running back, and he'll get inside the 10. So Chad Richardson, of course, if you don't know the name, founder of Paycom, one of the wealthiest men in the world, let alone Oklahoma. But went to UCO, donated a lot of money for Chad Richardson Stadium at UCO, came back here and said, Tuttle, you want to put whatever money you put on a bond, I'll match that. Tuttle put up a $9 million bond. He matched $9 million. And so that's how Tuttle has this facility, $18 million. He's a big-time wrestling guy, as Sean Silvas will know about that. And
former UCO Wrestling Hall of Famer.
That's right, as Tigers will get down near the 6-yard line.
Well, and he's also been great for Oklahoma State wrestling. I mean, he's done a lot of things for that. We were talking, I was talking to some local Tuttle folks earlier, and I said, you know, it's really cool that you have a guy not only that's been that successful from this little town, but didn't forget about his little town. You know, I mean, that's the other side of that. You know, be able to come in and give back, that's a big deal. Of course, $9 million, he calls that a Tuesday.
Timeout taken. We'll take a timeout. I'm gonna see if I can find $9 million real quick. This Blue Jay football, it's gonna be in the quarter. I apologize. So we're gonna let the time run out here. Both teams with the touchdown in the third quarter. Quick third quarter. However, Tuttle remains on top by 4 scores. 35-7. Come back. Get set for fourth quarter action. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Need a garage door expert you can trust? Meet Paul Creed, Guthrie born and raised, and the owner of A-Team Overhead Door. With over 25 years of experience, Paul is Guthrie's go-to pro for garage door installation, service, and repair. From simple fixes to brand new installs, residential or commercial, the A-Team has you covered. Call 405-642-7065 or email ateamoverheaddoor@gmail.com. A-Team Overhead Door, the varsity choice for all your overhead door needs.
Hayes Tree Service is a proud member of the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce and a huge supporter of Guthrie Public Schools. Cody and Kathy Hayes are available 24/7 for emergency tree work when Mother Nature hits. Hayes has the experience and equipment needed for tree trimming, removal, and stump grinding. Fully insured, Hayes is the company that other tree guys call for help. For a free estimate, call 405-535-6560 or find them on Facebook. Go Blue Jays!
Well, in college football, they have the big song to start the fourth quarter. Here in Tuttle, they have the light show. Of course, a lot of schools, including Guthrie, has the flashing lights, different colors. It was a red out there for a moment as we get set for fourth quarter action. Tuttle Tigers with the football, 1st and goal. Already up 4 scores, which is their largest lead right now, 28 points. They've had that twice, 28-0 and now 35-0. Trying to add to that here as they snap it from the 7-yard line. Blue Jays do a great job. Is that a flag? Boy, I thought he grabbed the face, but maybe it was around the shoulder pad.
Around the shoulder pads. Number 9.
Got an injured Blue Jay player. Hopefully slow to get up.
He's grabbing that leg. It could be a cramp. It could be a lot of things this time of year.
You see him wearing those big knee braces down there.
Rowan.
Looked like he rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
Got the helmet, back of the helmet. Is that okay? I know the front of the helmet's not good. So we got away with one?
Yeah.
I think he got the jersey. If you look at it, I think he got the jersey.
Well,
top of the jersey right here.
We can look at it. We can go slow-mo here.
Go slow-mo that again.
Let's see what we got.
I think you got a lot of helmet.
We got starts there. Yeah, Scotty,
Let's see the jersey pull.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the jersey pull. I think if you grab that kid's helmet, his head comes off.
You know what?
Maybe he did. I don't.
Yeah. No, you're right. 3%
maybe he
jersey,
slipped
97%
off.
helmet.
2 to 3% jersey. That's good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look like jersey. That's why you wear white gloves when they're wearing white helmets.
That's right. Trying to remember, somebody in the NFL was talking about the Chiefs, said the reason they wear the red gloves, if they're playing, certain teams, they try to wear the color, the offensive linemen, they'll try to wear gloves that match up where they can
whoever they're playing.
Yeah, kind of hide them in there.
Tanner Ross, I believe, was the injured player. All injury updates brought to you by Mercy Health Report. 35-7 your score. Okay, I missed it. Ronnie and the crew have a flag, so they did flag that. So, all right.
Did they?
Yeah.
So the ball will be placed at the 3-yard line, and it will be 1st and goal with that. So
correction, Chris, we did not get away with one.
Did not get away with it. I think you could have wore a brightish yellow gloves, and it's still going to get caught. You can ball in the center of the field at the 3.
But you talked about it in the pregame, Scotty. That's an effort play.
Yeah, it's an effort play.
That's an effort play.
Those kind of things happen.
Yep.
And the Tigers back into the end zone. Tigers 8-play drive, 63 yards. Tuttle Band's had a lot to play for tonight. And they've Stride Wellness Lounge, PAT, up, and it is good. New score now, 42-7. Timeout from Tuttle. Blue Jay football brought to you by F&M Bank.
At home, the office, or your commercial building, you want a professional roofing contractor you can trust. Red River Roofing Siding and Windows has been the Oklahoma leader in residential and commercial roof repair, maintenance, and replacement for over 2 decades. Partnering with the best manufacturers to offer the best roofing systems with the best warranty protection and the best financing plan in the industry. Avoid the high volume of underqualified, untrained contractors and call Red River Roofing Siding and Windows today.
Tina and Stefan and the entire staff, they are who you see them be. I mean, they're genuine people. They care about people. They've spent their entire lives in healthcare.
I can honestly say I'm 65 years old, and I'm probably in the best health I've been in my whole life, to be honest with you. And it's thanks to Stefan and his staff here, because everything they've done for me is just worked tremendously.
I just highly recommend Strive to anybody who's wanting to see a real improvement in their overall health, to be quite frank, their quality of life.
42-7 your new score. We get set for another S&T Oil Field Services kickoff. Big shout out to our good friend Eric Little. Appreciate him back on the broadcast again this year.
Talked to Eric this morning, Chris. He was ornery as ever on the phone.
Tigers kick this one into the corner, fielded at the 5-yard line. Smith keeps it on the near side, this time out across the 20 and out to the 24-yard line. That's where Guthrie will set up camp with 11:39 to play in this one. A reminder, Guthrie will be at home next week, taking on the Elgin Owls, 7 o'clock. Our pregame all season long will be at 6:30. Be a fun matchup. Chalmar Wart, the head coach of the Elgin Owls, state champions back in 2024, beat these Tuttle Tigers. Tuttle got revenge and beat Elgin last year's 4A state championship game. So come back with us. If you can't make it out to Gelsman Stadium, you definitely want to try to do that. If not, 6:30 right here with our pregame show. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Got a question for you, Coach, after this play here. I'll hand off and hit behind the line of scrimmage. Guthrie lost big like this last year. I certainly think you always hear teams get better from the first game to the second game. I certainly think the film room will be a major, major tool this week for Guthrie.
Yeah, they'll be watching film, and you know, you're not going to be watching film because of what the score is. You're going to be watching film going, okay, these are the football plays that we like to run on offense. This is where we've missed blocks. These are, you guys are, if you've got a kid that's getting beat but he's giving you effort and he's where he's supposed to be, you can't do anything about that.
Right.
But if you've got a kid that is not where he's supposed to be, and I'm not saying that the offensive line is playing terrible. I'm not saying that at all. But you go and go, okay, you did a good job on this double team, but we both got to have eyes on this linebacker to see where he's going to fit. Is he going to fit over the top of it? Is he going to fit underneath it? And we got to be able to get off and make that play right there. And that's the difference in turning a 0-yard gain or a 2-yard gain into a 7 or 8 yard gain. And you string a bunch of those type of things together, or you go, hey, ball's right here, it hits you in the hands. We got to catch those. I mean, there's things that we can improve on that we're athletically gifted enough to do. Like if you just get out athleted, that's one thing. If you're making fundamental mistakes, you're not fitting gaps on defense like you're supposed to be, or and I'm not saying I'm not critiquing anything. I'm just saying as a general rule, if you're not fitting the gaps you're supposed to be in, those are correctable things.
Yeah.
And those will come with trusting your teammates. What's my assignment, and get where I'm supposed to get.
No pickup there on first down. So here comes second down and 10. For the Jays, Dalen Rice will take the snap. Can't field it cleanly, though. Picked up by the running back, Muhammad, and he'll pick up 1 yard to the 25. Sean, you didn't lose very many times in high school or college. You can probably put it on one hand, but I certainly think after a loss, it ate with you a little bit. And I think, Guthrie, you have to put this behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that it's like Mick was saying. A lot of times it's a small thing, but if that small thing keeps happening, it ends up in big points. And you can fix a small thing and take a big gap and make it a lot smaller. And if you can look at it in that light, the loss isn't so depressing. It's something that's a little bit motivating. It's like, okay, if I fix this, I'm right back in it. So yeah. I think that's what the film room is going to be good for these boys this week.
3rd down and 8 upcoming. Trio Blue Jays on the right side of that line of scrimmage. Muhammad with a toss. And he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2, and Guthrie's going to have to punt this football away. They strip it out, but it was after he was down. And it will be 4th down for the Blue Jays. And Phil, we have an update, South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update on that Carl Albert Newcastle game. Remember, Carl Albert has a 53-game winning streak. Their goal is to go undefeated, beat Guthrie, which would be tie the Bixby Spartans at 58. They would go on the road and would have to beat Noble to beat the state record, but they're having a hard time trying to get to number 54.
Yeah, right now it is. They're leading right now 28-14.
A little bit of space there.
A little bit of space. The thing we've all learned, because, gosh, of course we see Carl Albert every year, but the thing that you always know about Carl Albert is they tend to find ways to win ball games, Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and that's part of having a great program. That's just part of it.
Punt at the 42, but there was a flag down.
What you're talking about is exactly right, Phil. Kids get used to something.
Yeah.
If you're in a program that wins football games, guess what? You get used to winning. You get used to doing the things. You get used to doing the things it takes to win football games. If you lose football games all the time, guess what you get used to? You get used to losing.
Yep.
And there's a lot to that. If you see these programs, the Carl Alberts and the Bixbys and all these programs that have been so hot lately, those kids – They absolutely believe that when they walk on the field, every time they walk on the field, there's not a doubt they're going to win a football game, because that's what they're accustomed to doing.
No doubt.
And if they do run into adversity, they go back to, hey, this is who we are, this is how we do this, and let's do the things that we do.
Yep.
And there's that foundation to come back to.
Yep.
After the penalty, it's marked at the 32-yard line. 1st down and 10. Pistol formation. Pistol back gets the call, goes across the 35, spins up near the 40-yard line. And so we pick up of 8 yards on that 1st down. And on the tackle for the Blue Jays, that was number 3, Cody Carlock, who is slow to get up.
A couple Blue Jays slow to get up right now.
Yeah, 34's got a cramp.
Yeah.
I know that just by the way his legs stuck up in the air. He's got a big man cramp right now.
I think we got 2 Carlocks down right now. 34, as you mentioned, Coach, the senior Corey Carlock, and the other Carlock, Cody Carlock.
Got to get some pickle juice over there, Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember the player that used to drink pickle juice all the time for Blue Jays, one of the greats?
Man, Phil, there's been so many of them, but who drank pickle juice?
Luke Davis.
Yeah.
Big pickle juice guy.
Luke Davis cramped a lot, too.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah,
but he fought, of course.
1,600-yard rusher.
I was going to say, of course, he also never left the field.
No, I realize that. He played every snap of defense, and he was the feature back in the offense.
Yeah, one of the best to do it.
Yeah, we called his number a lot when he was on the offensive side of the football, we handed that kid the football a lot, and we threw that kid the football a lot out of the backfield. Tough kid.
Tough.
All them Davis boys are tough.
Yeah, tough kind of goes hand in hand with that name.
2nd down 2 for the Tigers. 2nd year in a row, going to beat the Jays to begin the season. Doesn't get much easier next week with Elgin coming to town. As this play goes nowhere to the right, so a little cut back to the left side. And they're going to make a positive play out to the 46-yard line. Pick up a 6 and another first down, and the chains will be moving.
Chris, talk about how tough the Davises are. There was a Davis this summer that showed how tough he was, Rick Davis.
Absolutely.
Boy, I tell you, we're all so thankful that Rick is making a great recovery. He'll be back up running the clock with Laverne Dowding next week in Gelsma Stadium, but he scared the daylights out of us. But, boy, I tell you, it's great to see. I talked to Rick here a few weeks back. He's well on his way to being 100% again.
Yes, he is. Not even wearing the neck brace anymore.
Yeah.
I see him every Sunday at church. Man, that's an awesome deal.
Just unbelievable.
Because, man, it could have been.
Don't even want to think about
so
it.
bad.
A scary ATV accident as the first down will go up to the 49-yard line. Pick up a 3. Stay tuned. After this ball game, we'll have the Terror Insure Group post-game show. We'll keep it somewhat short here tonight as this one is a little bit out of hand, and our wireless microphone not working all that great tonight. It's a brand new one, and didn't have the antennas. We likely got on the air on time. So just some small week 0 things that we'll definitely get worked out next week and have it ready to go. So abbreviated TIG post-game show.
Are we watching film on our stuff this week
all the
to
time.
make corrections, Chris? Are you?
I can only get better.
Are we going to get in trouble, or are you going to be ripping everybody on?
He will literally be up till 2 in the morning.
I thought we were all doing that. I didn't know that wasn't the assignment.
No, I'm sleepy time.
Sean and I go back and grade film and
judge us, Scott.
No, I usually go home and watch it. No lie,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
just
do,
see what kind of stupid things I said, or if I made any kind of sense, or you know what I mean. I mean,
Looks like
I'm
Carey number
the
36 just came in.
I'm the new guy on this deal, so.
penalty. Move it back a little bit. And the Tigers will keep on the ground. They'll get back to the 50-yard line. Freshman checking in the ball game. You see top of your screen there, number 36, Cade Carey. Here comes a flag on the bottom. But 36, Cade Carey. There's the freshman. Yes, the long line of carries.
Feels like there's been 118 of those boys. We'll take a couple hundred more.
I tell you, the freshman and the sophomore class had a lot of success in the junior high level. So this Guthrie team is a very young team. And that's the future right there. Cade Carey, tough kid too.
Yeah, tough boy. Hey, Chris, real quick, Battle of the Burbs over on the east side. Bixby 35, Owasso 27.
Good football game.
That is into the fourth.
Yeah, Bixby had a halftime lead in that one. Many odd people had Bixby not number one.
Well,
on the pick 'em, what did y'all go with the number? Do you remember?
I put 59 points.
59?
I went 70-some.
I think I went 54.
Yeah.
I just figured first game of the year.
Exactly. I was thinking 38-21.
There's enough time. My 70's still in play.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Another penalty backs the Tigers up. Second down and Newcastle. Second down 20 officially. Tuttle just running the ball, working this clock to get back. Down to 3-0. Get ready for next week's Thursday night ball game. Bluejays, Friday night at the Rock.
Nice tackle right there by 40. Sophomore, Joey Gilliam.
Said his name a few times now.
Yeah, he's going to be a player for the Jays.
Yeah.
Chris, are you
go
ahead. No, go ahead.
Sometimes young players don't know any better. They just go make plays.
Yeah,
they don't know
go.
any better.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Are you surprised by this Norman North? Got a 2-score lead over Norman late?
No, not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Norman only 3 returning starters, 1 on offense back. The good news for Norman is they're in 6A Division II.
That's right.
We'll take a timeout. Tuttle takes a timeout. This Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
You spoke. Chuck Hall listened. In the state Senate, Chuck Hall is delivering real conservative results. He cuts taxes, invested in our schools, and passed the toughest anti-illegal immigration law in the nation. Standing shoulder to shoulder with President Trump, Chuck Hall defends Oklahoma values: faith, freedom, family, and our way of life. Senator Chuck Hall, your voice, your values, your conservative fighter.
Tuttle Tigers punt formation, low line drive, end over end punt. Take a bounce. Picked up by Darion Whitehorn. 3-6 Tigers in his face, and he'll go down, and the offense will come back onto the field inside the 35-yard line. You guys ready for college football?
Oh, so ready. So ready. I can't wait to watch parts of a bunch of games this year, Chris.
Absolutely.
What do we got tomorrow? I mean, any big ones on the?
I don't think so. I think they're all big ones are all the following week, I believe. Isn't that right, Chris? I will say this: if Chris to pause, that means there's no big ones.
There's no big ones, yeah. But at least we're getting to see something there. So we do have another freshman in the lineup, Keontae Brothers.
Yeah. Talk about future Hall of Famer Kentrell Brothers. That's his nephew.
Blue Jays go backwards on the first play there. Did you hear who Phil picked to win the Big 12 Conference this year?
Did not. Looks like we got a new quarterback coming in, number 10.
Thank you, Sean. We'll get him in there real quick. The backup quarterback is number 10, junior Jamison McBride. Taking some snaps here.
That's good, getting some snaps.
Oklahoma State Cowboys is who Phil is picking as the Big 12 champions.
Hear me now, believe me later.
I hope so, Phil.
Garrett Reese checks in as well. He's a sophomore, number 28 in the lineup for the Jays.
I think they will be significantly better offensively.
Well, they got
No doubt.
They got 80-some new players and entire staff. So when people say, "Well, they didn't win anything," well, it's not the same team. It's not the same coaching staff.
Well,
I'm
not worried about the offense.
No, I think they'll be fine offensively. I mean, you bring in a quarterback that's a freaking good football player. You got to tell a couple different options to tail back. You got some receivers to throw it to. You got some big offensive linemen. I think it may go back to that period of OSU football where it was
fun,
51-50 every week.
Yeah.
Third down and 8 for the Blue Jays. See if we can get a pass here for the new quarterback here. Or Muhammad's going to get a carry. 1 second on the play clock. Guthrie, do they get a timeout? Delay a game or timeout, one of those two. It will be a delay a game.
Delay.
So that takes the passing probably out of this one here.
Chris, it's kind of cool too. We've got a couple of Oklahoma kids that we've called several times in state playoffs, named as starters this past week.
Blake Burowitz, the Cushing quarterback.
Yep, got actually, and then you have the McCord kid that's at Miami University, and then also
David McComb.
I'm sorry, David McComb, and then you have the Muskogee kid who I just went completely blank on.
Fricklin.
Bird. Yeah, Bird. So that's pretty cool. You get to see 3 local kids all running Division I football programs at the QB1 spot. That's pretty cool.
Muskogee, Cushing,
yep,
and Edmond Memorial.
Edmond Memorial. Not a bad deal.
Blue Jays want to punt this one away. If you're a quarterback in Guthrie, your odds of being a punter are pretty good too, as McBride will stay in there to punt this one away. 4.5 and rolling in this one. Good punt here as well. High
Good punt.
End over end. And then a little bit of bounce after that. Great punt there, Mr. McBride, down at the 25-yard line. Terra Insure Group postgame show coming up when this one concludes. Our good friend Seth Robbins and the crew, 622 South Division Street. Jason Herzl. Dennis Oaks. I guess we can let the cat out. Dennis Oaks not on the microphone this year in the PA. So.
Yeah, I wish Dennis the best of luck.
Yeah,
He's
going to have a new voice inside the stadium.
Procedure done, but that's going to be weird not hearing Dennis up there.
It's going to be weird, but at the end of the day, from everything I've talked to, this could give Dennis some of that relief that he's been needing.
Absolutely.
Getting back as soon as he can.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, definitely praying for Dennis. He's one of my best friends. I love Dennis Oaks to death. Bryant and I were out at his house a couple weeks ago and sat and visited with him for quite a long time, and he's a good one.
Well, he's handled these last few years better than most would have.
Might have a face mask here.
Backup quarterback remains in the ball game. Sean Silva's eyes like a hawk. It's a hole.
Oh, it's a hole. It's another thing he's great at. I mean, it's sickening.
Well, if you needed a direct line to Jesus, Sean now.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, executive pastor at South Point Baptist Church. Congratulations on that, Sean. That's a great deal, and you're doing a great job, and glad you've been put in that position.
Yeah,
you do a great job.
All joking aside, that is a blessing for everybody in the community, and we're happy and proud of you, my friend.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
Phil.
It's good stuff.
You better clean it up now.
Phil's done a pretty good job.
Sean, I make many people nervous because when you're my friend, whether you're a pastor or not, you're getting the exact same Phil.
Better clean it up, that's all I'm saying.
Authenticity is one of your strong points, Phil.
You're rolling with a pastor now. You better clean it up.
Authenticity or stupidity, one of the two.
Run out to the 22.
Oh, boy.
Just dropped my headset.
Oh.
Sorry.
I wasn't paying attention.
Was that loud?
It was loud in the ear, yes.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My headset fell off my big old head. I don't know how that's possible, but it just did.
Well, you've been the offense coordinator for many years in Guthrie, over a decade. You like the one-ear cup? I mean,
I can't handle 2 ears. I can't. There's just something about it. I'm a one-ear guy. I was always a one-ear guy. So I kind of have to. It's just habit. I wear it with one ear off.
Well, that's a $400 headset, and we're not going to one-ear headset. So you're going to have two.
I'm going to have to order one off of eBay or something. Find one that somebody's thrown around a bunch, so I can, so I don't break Chris's nice stuff. I'm going to have to stick a cotton ball in my right ear or something.
You know, when I first started doing this, Scotty, I thought, well, this is really cool. Man, what a great deal for Chris giving me an opportunity. And he said, yeah, headsets are about $300.
Well,
I paused and I said,
I'll try not to break
No, you're missing the whole point. And I said, okay. And Chris basically said, will that be check, cash, or, I mean, how are you going to take care of that?
You got your security deposit down, but we're going to run into that. Ron McComb helped off the field again.
Well, I think Mick's getting nervous because don't offensive coordinators always throw their headsets?
Coach Mick's usually pretty calm up in the booth.
I really was.
For Ardmore.
Except for me.
That wasn't me, though. That was not me.
No, but you said, and I quote, if they want in, open the door.
Yes, I did. Now, I will tell you this. I got tired of the shenanigans of the guy trying to get in the door, and I finally just put my headset down calmly, and everybody's like, what's he doing? And I walked right straight over the door, and I kicked that door as hard as I could kick it. And they were like, why'd you kick that door? And I was like, because he had his head stuck in it, and I wanted him out of the booth.
I will say this. He thought your booth was the radio booth.
That's right.
So we saw it first. So we knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Well, the funniest part of that whole story, which, it wasn't funny, but the funniest part of that story was Jason Reapy. Jason Reapy is outside on a deck right above Ardmore's crowd filming the game when all this breaks down. And there's about 10 people in the Ardmore crowd turn around and look at Reapy and go, we're going to kill you. And they're pointing at him. And Reapy, I love Reapy. Reapy's kind of a smart aleck like I am. And he looks down and goes, you got to wait till I get done filming the game.
3rd down, 17. Tigers keep it on the ground. Will not get to the original line of scrimmage by a couple of yards. So Tuttle's going to punt this one away as we melt off the final 2:08 in this contest. Guthrie will start the season off 0-1 once again this year. Tuttle will improve to 1-0. So they have won 15 games in a row. We're talking about winning streaks. Lincoln Christian extended theirs last night at 43 games. Carl Albert trying to hold off Newcastle. Newcastle got on the board moments ago, make it a 28-21 game. Carl Albert trying to get to a 54-game win streak.
Well, I'll tell you, that would be that'd be an upset. No doubt about it.
Newcastle had a lot of players come in. Southmore, some of the Southmore players made their way over to not only over to Newcastle, but Noble also got 4 or 5 players from Southmore as well. Southmore moves up to 6A1, and in the day of high school football with the transfer and the move in, you can still live in Moore, Oklahoma, transfer and not have to move because you do get 1 free transfer.
Yeah,
I can't keep
Don't
up
get
with
me
all
started
of it.
on
I know.
it.
Can't keep up with
Chris,
all of it.
I'm not a fan of it.
Me neither. I don't think
Play where you grow up. Play with your buddies. Represent your community. I mean, that's just my opinion.
I totally. Phil and I, Ronnie,
Lockstep.
Sean, we 1,000,000% agree with it. But the other side of that, if you don't play the game, are you going to get left behind?
But
that's one way to look at it.
The hard part about that, though, is when you tell people that, well, what do you do if you're a small community that's not around one of these big towns?
Woodward.
Right. You don't have anybody to draw from. Yeah. So you say, well, play the game. Well, okay, I can't play the game. There's nobody there for me to play the game with other than the kids that I've got.
Smith, the ball carrier, a couple of yards there. 1, maybe 2 more plays left in this one here.
Well,
it all started with play number 1 of the ball game when Tuttle went 60 yards in the air, and it's been all Tuttle the entire night. Guthrie 1 touchdown. That came in the third quarter on a Dalen Rice pass to Brewer.
I'm going to give everybody some hope. Just got a text, the 3 of us did, from our good friend Dennis Oakes. I'll leave out all the personal stuff, but at the end, this is the part I want to tell you. He says, hopefully next year I'll be back.
Absolutely.
And so
We're
we hope so too, brother. Biggest thing, I just want him to not hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. And go ahead, Chris.
The final play of the game right here is the time will run down. Another snap will not be needed.
Yeah.
You guys, I think Sean might have said, I don't know if Sean or Chris said something about off throwing headsets, and we stopped talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, when I was calling offense, I sat in our press box. I sat right next to Dennis Oakes' window. And so he's probably seen me throw a headset. I'm not going to say I never did. But I can remember all the time, one of the fun things about it was we'd score touchdowns, and Dennis Oakes would be banging on that glass.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was one of my most favorite memories of doing that, was just watching reactions.
Tuttle Tigers win it tonight. Final score 42-7. Both teams at midfield shaking hands. Tuttle 1-0. Again, 15-game win streak now. Bluejays fall to 0-1. Guthrie has lost their last 2 ball games. If you go back to last year, Guthrie lost that first-round playoff game to Bishop McGinnis Fighting Irish. We'll take a timeout from Tuttle. We'll come back, get set for the Terra Insure Group postgame show. Tuttle 42, Guthrie 7. This Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years. I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
Companion Healthcare is a top provider of home health, hospice, and private home care services in Oklahoma. If you've experienced an injury, illness, or hospital stay, then Companion Home Health can help you in your recovery with skilled nursing care and rehab therapies. The Companion Hospice team provides gentle care for the patient and meaningful support for the whole family. They are a Guthrie family-owned business with years of experience and trust caring for the people in our own community. Loyal supporters of Guthrie Bluejays Sports.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hayes Tree Service is a proud member of the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce and a huge supporter of Guthrie Public Schools. Cody and Kathy Hayes are available 24/7 for emergency tree work when Mother Nature hits. Hayes has the experience and equipment needed for tree trimming, removal, and stump grinding. Fully insured, Hayes is the company that other tree guys call for help. For a free estimate, call 405-535-6560 or find them on Facebook. Go Blue Jays!
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
The rights to this broadcast have been granted by Guthrie Public Schools. Any rebroadcast or republication of the programming without the written consent of Guthrie Public Schools is strictly prohibited.
Give me that golden. I'm obsessed with the best. Not a crave, won't rest. This spice hits bite with a crunch that's tight. Lock in. Hey, hey, give me that. This is Chicken for Chicken Fanatics, and this is how to get 4 tenders for $5. Lock in for real.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Countless people in the community that have been coming to Stride as clients are seeing real changes in their lives for the better.
We're all about getting to the root cause of your health issues. We're proactive instead of reactive. We have weight loss medications like semaglutide, tirzepatide, and lipomino skinny shots, IV hydration, infrared saunas, cold plunge, 4D massage chairs, and our newest technologies, the M-Cella chair for urinary incontinence and M-Sculpt Neo body contouring increases muscle by 25% and decreases fat by 30%. Check us out at strivewellnesslounge.com.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with a unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services, mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Founded in 2009, Terra Insure Group exists to serve the residents of Guthrie and the surrounding communities by delivering quality insurance coverage at the fairest possible rate. TIG isn't captive to one single carrier. The staff at Terra Insure Group, Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, Lisa Engel, Sarah Bowling, and Libby Wano, offer over 100 years of combined insurance experience. Call 405-293-4880 or visit them online at tigok.com.
Interbank is proud to stand behind every athlete, every team, and every fan this season. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, friends, and fans. Whether it's personal or business banking, Interbank is proud to help our neighbors achieve their financial goals every day. Located just blocks from the Rock. Come and see us at 224 East Oklahoma or call us at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Since 2002, S&T Oilfield Services has delivered trusted, family-owned expertise from Texas to Arkansas to Wyoming. With over 2 decades of experience, a spotless safety record, and certified professionals, we provide customized flowback solutions you can count on. From completion to production, we put reliability, safety, and your success first. Schedule service today at 580-799-4428 or visit satoilfieldservice.com.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Go Blue Jays! Welcome back. Richardson Family Stadium here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. The Tigers win at 42-7. Tuttle early and often in this one as we welcome you inside the Terra Insure Group postgame show. 622 South Division Street. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, our good friend Dennis Oaks at TIG, right across from Sonic there on Division Street. Good friends over there. Check them out. TIGOK.com is the website. What's really cool is you can get on there, check out what you want, whether it's home, motorcycle, everything, insurance. Check it out there and then find out what your questions. Call them Monday morning. I promise you, they will take care of you like they take care of many of us here. Terra Insure Group post-game show, and not a whole lot of great news to pass along here as Guthrie scored 1 time. It came in the third quarter when Dalen Rice and the Blue Jays got on the board on an 8-play, 63-yard drive, a little under 4 minutes. But other than that, it was really a whole lot of Tuttle tonight to a couple of 60-yard touchdown drives or plays. Yeah, and so it was just the Blue Jays turned it over a few times. Tuttle did turn over 1 time. So back to the drawing board for Guthrie. Very similar to last year when Tuttle won this game 38-13.
Yeah, the only thing I would tell you that's different, I feel like the kids fought harder on this one. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
So, I don't think there was any quit in it. I think, you're going to go in and watch film and you're going to try to find some things that you did well. You're going to try to fix the things that you didn't do well and improve on those, and then you're going to go right back out next week and you're going to play another quality opponent, and you're going to see how much you grew between week 0 and week 1.
Yeah, Phil, you can't feel sorry about yourself because you got to get better because there's another quality team just like this coming to Jelsma.
Yeah, and Elgin they're going to be coming in after a big win over Bethany tonight, and we talk about the culture of these programs that have been competing for these state titles, and we saw it in Guthrie for a lot of years, Scotty. When you believe it, and that a lot of times that's worth a couple touchdowns by itself, but not going to get any simpler. But I know the coach staff at Guthrie, they'll talk about the film, work with the boys, get them ready, and when it's time to play ball next Friday night, they'll be ready to go get it after it with the Elgin Owls. Should be a great game.
Getting a little wireless microphone issue, so no post-game interviews here tonight. We'll let the Jays get back home, about an hour drive back the way. With that, we'll take our final timeout, come back, wrap it up from Tuttle. As I apologize, we got a little bit more to go, so we'll come back. This is the Terra Insure Group post-game show.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Companion Healthcare is a top provider of home health, hospice, and private home care services in Oklahoma. If you've experienced an injury, illness, or hospital stay, then Companion Home Health can help you in your recovery with skilled nursing care and rehab therapies. The Companion Hospice team provides gentle care for the patient and meaningful support for the whole family. They are a Guthrie family-owned business with years of experience and trust, caring for the people in our own community. Loyal supporters of Guthrie Bluejays sports.
Give me that golden. I'm obsessed with the best. Not a crave, won't rest. This spice hits bite with a crunch that's tight. Lock in. Hey, give me that. This is Chicken for Chicken Fanatics, and this is how to get 4 tenders for $5. Lock in for real.
Welcome back. 42-7 Terra Insure Group post-game show. Jays losing by 35. much like last year, came in here and rebounded well. Now, the schedule for the first 5 weeks is pretty darn tough. You know, Bethany, a good program in 4A, Carl Albert, Blanchard, Elgin. Can you take any positives at all tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the effort was good. Listen, there's 10 or 12 plays on this game tonight. You know, like I said, we talked about it at the end of the first half. You got 3 drives where they scored. One set up off a turnover. 2 of them are continuations off of defensive penalties. Those are things that can be cleaned up. You know, you watch your offensive line. You're getting good double teams at the point of impact, but sometimes we're not getting off to block the linebacker. And that's the difference in a 2-yard run and a 7 or 8 yard run. And then when you get a tailback into space on a safety, that 7 or 8 yard run, he makes one good move, and that turns into a 15 to 20 yard run. So, you know, your quarterback came out and played a really good football game. He put footballs where they needed to be. He only missed on a couple of passes, really, that he was just a little bit off on. But there's lots of, I mean, you could be doom and gloom, but there's lots of good things you saw. And the other part about this, Phil, is that ain't a slouch they're playing.
No, it's a great football team, but the other thing I think, too, Scott, I take away from it, all these new kids tonight, and there was a bunch of them first game, it's no longer their first game.
That's correct.
I mean, it's, you know, they'll be able to get, you know, grow from this, get better from this. They realize, guess what? It may be Friday nights, but once the whistle blows, it's still just football.
It's football.
You know, so
they're a little bit bigger and they're a little bit
that's
faster.
Right. But they've seen that speed now.
Right.
They understand it. I mean, you know, Guthrie's going to win a lot of football games this year. I think everybody's just got to be, you know, patient. I mean, remember, you replace 4 offensive linemen and all the other things out there. I mean, just a lot of new faces.
Sean, you coach a lot of young people through the years, young guys, high school guys, junior high guys, youth. What do you say?
Well, one thing I say that of a positive, yes, we've got a young new team out here, but we don't have a young new coaching staff. There's a lot of experience with a lot of guys on this team. They have coached together a lot. They're going to get together. They're going to figure out what are the good things, what are the bad things, the X's and O's like Coach Mick was talking about. They're going to relay that to this team. You know, we've seen them lose before. We've seen them have a rough start, and we've also seen them rebound. So I would have some confidence in that they know what they're doing. And that there's a lot of talent on that field. That talent's just got to play together. They got to fix the things, and I think it's definitely a doable thing. So, Mr. Optimist here thinks there's plenty of good in the future.
Absolutely. Tuttle wins at 42-7. Take our final timeout of the night. Come back, wrap it up on the Terra Insure Group post-game show.
At Hayes Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families and community and have committed to providing you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Honoring your loved one is our top priority, and part of that is assisting you to help deal with the grief during difficult times. Everyone's needs are different, and for that reason, families can entrust their loved ones' wishes to our family. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Visit them online today at hayesfh.com.
Final thoughts from the stadium are ahead on the Terra Insure Group postgame show.
Need a garage door expert you can trust? Meet Paul Creed, Guthrie born and raised, and the owner of A-Team Overhead Door. With over 25 years of experience, Paul is Guthrie's go-to pro for garage door installation, service, and repair. From simple fixes to brand new installs, residential or commercial, the A-Team has you covered. Call 405-642-7065 or email ateamoverheaddoor@gmail.com. A-Team Overhead Door, the varsity choice for all your overhead door needs.
Founded in 2009, Terra Insure Group exists to serve the residents of Guthrie and the surrounding communities by delivering quality insurance coverage at the fairest possible rate. TIG isn't captive to one single carrier. The staff at Terra Insure Group, Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, Lisa Engel, Sarah Bowling, and Libby Wano, offer over 100 years of combined insurance experience. Call 405-293-4880 or visit them online at tigok.com.
Welcome back for the final time here in Tuttle. Tigers win at 42-7. Blue Jays at home next week against those Elgin Owls. Elgin's been in the state championship game the last 2 years. I think their senior class 30-0 in the regular season.
That's pretty good.
They got a good running back. They got a good quarterback. Got a good linebacker. Couple good, 31-0 after winning tonight. They got a pretty good squad moving up to 5A. And I think the high school Huddle has them at number 4 in the 5A rankings, so they're going to be good. And so,
they'll be big and physical up front.
A lot of good athletes come out of Elgin.
Exactly right, in all sports. And the other thing, guys, to wrap this up here tonight, we talked about some of the things you positive. A lot of freshmen. We went over some of those freshmen got on the field tonight.
Yeah, lots of freshmen, and that's early in the season. Those guys will look like freshmen at times, and there'll be sophomores that look like sophomores at times. And you'll have some kids that are upperclassmen that this may be their first, and they're going to look. That's what they're going to look like. This is the first time they played varsity football, but they'll get better.
And Dalen Rice is going to make a lot of great plays. He didn't run the ball because you don't want to do that early. You got to keep him. So that part hasn't been introduced yet, and that's common across many schools. Right. They don't showcase a quarterback early and all that he can do. Darion Whitehorn is going to make some plays, and Scanman is going to make some plays as well. So there are still playmakers. You just got to figure it out, gel together. And so that's what I would take from that. And just kind of like last year, we got to get better. We got to watch. I think game film is huge this week.
Yeah. Well, and I think, listen, the real season starts in a few weeks. You want to win every game you play, but most importantly, you want to get better in those non-district games.
That's correct.
Each week. Everybody wants to win them all, but that rarely happens.
And that's why you schedule these games.
That's why you schedule these games, so you got to get better. And as long as we continue to get better, this is a crew that I had them going 7-3 with our much too early predictions, as Chris likes to call them, and he's right. And I still feel real comfortable with that 7-3 prediction.
Final thoughts there by Phil. Sean, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I am optimistic still, and I am a little too optimistic sometimes. But
That's
like
okay.
I said, we were here last year. The team hadn't gelled last year. It took them a while to figure out, what plays are they going to call with this type of team? Who's going to make the plays, that kind of thing. As the season develops, especially with this kind of a schedule, they're going to find out who they are, what they got to work with. They'll start gelling together. So it's going to be uphill from here, and it's going to be, we're going to see some wins and we're going to have some fun.
Final thoughts from you, Coach Mick?
I think we've all said it. I mean, I'm anxious to see how they improve week to week. I think about 3 games for some of these guys to really grow up. And get accustomed to the speed of the football game and the physicalness and the size, and they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up on coaches. Aren't going to give up on the kids, and we hope the fans won't either. Hope you stick around and just watch and see where they're at week 9 or 10, and then make your judgment before you. So, but one other thing I do want to say is happy 18th birthday to Cody Carlock.
Yeah, not the birthday he was hoping for tonight, but Cody Carlock turning 18 today. So happy birthday to Cody Carlock. And that'll do it. Big thank you to our postgame show. Once again, Tara and Sheer Group been with us since day one. Appreciate all 3. And the ladies. The real MVPs are the ladies out front. We appreciate them. And will be with us all season long. TIGOK.com, 622 South Division Street. They will take care of you. Well, our first broadcast is in the books. I would say A-. We got some things that we can work on equipment-wise, but I would definitely take this game again from the production side. We try to make every single game look the same, whether we're on the road in Tuttle or Durant or at Jelsman Stadium. We're trying to make all the broadcasts look as even as possible from week in and week out. So we have a lot of equipment, and they're starting to turn off the lights. So we were going to exit here on the broadcast. A big thank you again, St. Seifert, for joining us, his first game out here, and just took over, did a great job. Thank you so much, Zane. It really helps us out with your capabilities now. It really opens up some cool things for the broadcast this season. Great job to him. Wager Silvis, he's a 7th grader, folks. He is now in J High. Oh, the Silvises are growing up. Wesley got married. Wyatt's still doing great things, and now Wager in the junior high on our camera. Great job as always. All the great shots on the camera down on the field. Lance Evans, man, it just gets better and better. Great shots. Toes on the ground, eyeballs on the football players. He gets it all, man. He does a great job. Can't thank him enough. He learned from his brother, Kel Evans, in that deal. So big thank you to my brother, Ronnie Phillips, the centerpiece of all of this. All the camera guys are in the right spot. All the graphics are in the right spot, except for when I touch them, they mess up. That was my fault. But he does a big part of what we do here. And we get a lot of accolades across the state. We thank you for those, but a big part of that goes to Ronnie Phillips. Sean Silvis back on the sideline next week. Phil Nichols is on assignment. Scott Mick and I will bring it to you next Friday night when the Elgin Owls come in to Guthrie, the Rock, the opening night of the 2026 season. Hope you can come out to Jelsma Stadium and join us. If not, our pregame show begins at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. A big thank you to all of our great sponsors for the broadcast. They make it possible for all this great equipment. We thank them, and we thank you, the viewers, back home on GNP TV across the state and across the U.S. And I think there's a few people outside of the U.S. watching as well. We thank you. Final score for the final time, Tuttle Tigers defeat the Blue Jays tonight in Week 0 of the high school football season, 42-7. For our entire production crew, we say we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, and as always, go Blue Jays.
Guthrie Bluejay Football 2026 is brought to you by Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. North Church Guthrie, you matter. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Senator Chuck Hall, taking care of the people's business. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. S&T Oilfield Services, Joshua 2415. Strive Wellness Lounge, Health Therapy. Companion Healthcare, Home Health. Sonic I-35 and Highway 33, America's Drive-In. Golden Chick, give me that golden. All is also brought to you by Interbank, A-Team Overhead Door, Red River Roofing, Guthrie Tag Agency, Hayes Funeral Home, Mosquito Authority, Reese Appliance Repair, Hayes Tree Service, and Merritt Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma. You've been watching Guthrie Blue Jay Football, home of the 4-time state champions. Until next time, go Blue Jays!